What is up, everybody? It's that time again. Mr. Wednesday night coming at you one more time. Tonight, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I was over the Thanksgiving holidays. I was at some like little boutique place, and I came across some of these trivia cards. And as some of you guys may know, I'm a big fan of trivia. Um, I'm not good at it, but I'm a big fan of it, and I'm really competitive. So it really means that I get really pissed off all the time. But I got 80s TV and 80s movies as well. So hopefully we can get a few folks in here. We can play this and maybe have a good time. So I'll try something different. I didn't really feel like doing a commentary tonight. I know I'm feeling kind of burned out on those, but I'll go ahead and get some folks coming in here. How's everybody doing tonight?
Gala.
I gotta change that, man. I gotta change
Gala.
it. What's going on, dude?
I fucking hate that thing, dude.
I know, I do too. I gotta get rid of it.
It's the sound. How are you, Jay?
How are you?
I'm good.
Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
I am, let's just say I partook a little bit a minute ago.
Oh.
It's going to take me a minute to come around.
Nice, nice.
So
that tobacco will do it to you.
Yes, it's good tobacco.
And see, we got Dan coming in too.
When the going gets tough, get tougher.
What's up, Dan?
Up. This guy's got interesting eyebrows. I'm doing well.
They look dyed or something, don't they? Like he dyed them red.
Kind of like Butterbean's brother that just didn't quite take off.
I think that's what happens in like around Philadelphia.
Pinto bean right there is who that is. Pinto bean.
That's black-eyed pea.
Yeah. That's my cousin Refried over there.
Have you seen Butterbean, like what he looks like now?
He looks really old. I saw him not too long ago, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be a freaky looking elderly man.
He's not super fat though. He looks like he's in pretty good shape. He just looks like he's aged.
Yeah, I don't know. He was fat the last time I saw him, actually, but maybe you saw a more recent one.
It was when he squared off with Mike Tyson. I don't know. That was the most recent video I saw.
Okay. I'm sure he could still knock any one of us out with ease, but
I would not pull a Johnny Knoxville on that one for sure.
Nah. You can maybe run from him and let him get gassed out, but yeah, you don't want to get too close.
I think that's the one thing that Johnny Knoxville said he wished he hadn't done. I know, like he got like kicked in the head by a bull too, or whatever. But
it was the falling backwards and hitting his head on the floor is what fucked him up so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure Butterbean fucking breaking his neck from whiplash didn't help.
Well, and the last one was at Forever. They had that huge jacked guy from the UFC. Is it Ngannou?
Francis Ngannou.
And I was like, oh my God, if he punches this guy or kicks him or something, he's going to kill him. It was like Danger Aaron or somebody like that. He just did a body shot. So
no, he got hit in the nuts.
The nuts. That's what it was. Yeah, the nuts.
And he had a kid after that. So evidently,
it's the kid.
Okay.
Fucked up at all though? That's the question.
This kid just has a black eye. It's weird.
That was one of my favorite parts of that movie. Was the hockey and the chick throwing the softball and the bowling ball.
This, it's the weakest of the Jackass movies, but that's a really high bar. They're all good in some way. Do you realize the way that's going to be looked at in 50 years? When they're going back and examining film in the early 2000s.
Imagine 1,000 years. Look how stupid these people were.
Criterion Collection.
Yeah.
What a perfect commentary on 2000s Earth culture.
Got another guest trying to come in here. Let's see here.
¿Dónde hay perra? Hay un pecho robado, pero no hay perro. Lo voy a mandar. Lo mandamos, güey. Nos mandamos que venga aquí. ¡Ey, ahora pues! ¡La chona! Una hora me queda, plebes. 40 minutos porque me echa vapor. Ok, mira.
Ethel.
Bro, I bet he still hasn't grown up.
That looks like Jess shooting behind the scenes on The Quick and the Dead.
Oh, he's a handsome fella. Jaythestingray, hello.
Hello, baby. How are you?
I'm doing good, sweetheart. It's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I know you did that Ernest thing, and I was watching the Christmas Carol on TV the other day, and
Right.
you were Jacob Marley.
I was. That was my debut.
Oh Christ! And sauce. I was expecting Alice to sim, and I got steak sauce. Christ! Bombastic. You look high as ever.
Indeed.
Daniel Shine, you bastard. How you doing?
What's up, Ethel? Alistair Sim was attached, but Steak called him the F word, and it,
Oh, goodness sakes.
things happened.
Well, I just dropped by. It's been a while. I wanted to say, live from the United States, it's Mr. Wednesday Night, Jaythestingray, everyone.
Yay.
Thanks for coming by, Ethel. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Christ.
Absolutely. You're always welcome.
Oh, Christ.
Anytime, Ethel.
All right. Fuck it. I'll go ahead and pull this out now.
Oh my God! No, y'all want to see that?
Oh, what the fuck, dude?
Don't you
I
throw
need
up
to
in
see
that
that
house.
again.
Why she gotta do that, man?
Yeah. That's insult
Beat his
to injury,
ass.
man. Like
I know, dude.
you're
He's
just
having
like,
a hard
you can't even fucking move.
What's going on, Chris? You slash your home
Not
videos.
much. How's it going, guys?
Yodel.
Good.
What's going?
Oh yeah, man. Everybody check out Chris's video today on the Yule log, the Adult Swim Yule log.
I gotta find where to watch this shit.
It's on HBO Max.
HBO Max.
It's good shit, man.
Yeah, it is. I didn't know what to expect. I was like, what? It's just a log. And
So
then it
you
turns
liked
into
it?
a straight up movie. Oh yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I didn't.
It just
I was kind of
focuses on
wondering
the
how
log
everybody
the
was gonna
entire
react
time, right?
because. What's that?
It focuses on the log the entire time, right?
No,
Mm,
Well,
eh.
it's there, but no. There's a lot to it. We reviewed it too, and there's a lot more to that movie than you would think.
It was only 3 years there, Big Crack Rock. But still, he had to do it 3 times a day for 3 years.
oh, to pee. Oh man,
What did it
'Cause they were-
collapse?
he had to do
He broke his dick, like
You call that
legitimately.
a catheter. He had to catheterize
Yeah.
himself.
He
Oh,
snapped his urethra in half. And
Jesus
to keep
Christ.
from scar tissue forming on the inside of his urethra, he had to catheter 3 times a day.
That sucks.
What's up, Jess?
It's not enough money in the world to
I'd be
make
like-
me do that.
Doc, is there like a new penis option? We get something
Just
by
develop this-
Tesla, like
This robo penis.
I mean, can we call Elon? Just see what he's doing. Maybe he could figure it out.
Does anyone have a good Elon impression?
No, I don't do a robot very well.
I think I got to squint.
He's kind of hard.
He's kind of creepy.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. All those super like rich tech guys are.
Yeah. Nobody
When he
beats,
leaked all-
Facebook guy though.
Oh,
Oh, Zuckerberg's the
Zuckerberg.
creepiest.
He's
Yeah.
super
Well,
fucking creepy.
He's 1.0. The new robot Elon, he's version 2.0. They've made him a bit more personable.
Well, Zuckerberg will make you like start to believe in all the hype about like lizard people. Like he's fucking weird, dude.
Like if I was human,
Yeah,
I mean,
he's like
I'm
a
a
perfect
human.
example of like someone pretending to be human.
Yeah.
I heard about it.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it either. I heard he got booed, right?
I like when he released all the Twitter stuff, and then he's like, "I'm not feeling suicidal." Just wanted to put that out there.
Guys, yo, heaven changed my fucking life, bro.
You know what changed my life?
What?
Black tar heroin.
Yeah.
It's Jess Graham.
I don't think that's my intro.
Black
It is
tar
now.
heroin.
Good to see you guys.
I'm a China
Good to
white
see you,
man
Jeff.
myself.
Oh my goodness.
I think if I was to do it, I would go with the white.
Yeah, why? It's like it's fancier, right? Like it's supposed to be like
I think of Travolta, you know.
that's your high class heroin.
Yeah.
Rich man's heroin.
Yeah, it's like heroin that you let your pinky out when you're putting the syringe in.
Yeah, the black tar is like the cheap shit, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I finally watched the 4K of Pulp Fiction, by the way.
Fantastic, right?
Amazing. But I love that movie anyway, so
I do
like
too.
I need an excuse to watch it.
It's been a minute since I've seen it. I need to watch it soon.
I just want all this shit out on 4K now. And when they get to Grindhouse, I hope they do it like they did that special edition Blu-ray, where it was the whole movie continuous. I hope they keep that going.
They'll probably release it the same way though, separately and together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was weird.
Yeah, they made a lot of money off that.
Did you guys go see that shit in the theater?
Oh yeah.
I missed it.
I did. I went opening weekend, and I think that either that weekend or the next weekend may have been the only time you could see it as one continuous movie because they broke them up shortly after that. And I could be way off on that, on like the time frame, but it was pretty early on that movie got broke up into two.
That would have been an awesome one to see in theaters.
Man, fuck you.
I was like, oh man, I'll just catch it next week. I had something going on, and
then
it
boom,
did
they
not. It
split
was
it,
gone. No, it just was gone altogether. They weren't.
I went with a
anything.
chick, and she was very confused as to why there was so much movie. But I was like, "Would you shut the fuck up?
Shut up! It's 6 more hours.
It's fucking Rodriguez and Tarantino back to back. You walk home."
Oh, there you go. That's a great first date. Was that the original release?
It's kind of an
or
awkward
like
first date.
the re-release. I know it got re-released after it got all the Oscar
I don't know, man.
nominations.
Mine and my wife's first date was Texas Chainsaw 3D.
Well, you know, your match
Worked
made
out.
if that works out.
It worked out.
I was 13
Mine
when I
was-
saw Pulp Fiction in its original run in theaters.
Oh, you saw it in the theater. That's
I saw it in the theaters in its original run, and I loved it, even at 13.
I was 4. I did not see it in theaters.
I learned a lot of things in that movie. I didn't see it in the theater though. I was the I think it was 2 VHS tapes. when
Nope,
came
it was
out.
one.
It was
I think
one.
it
So yeah, I get
one.
one.
I'm thinking of Natural Born
Casino
Killers
was
two.
2.
Okay.
Heat was 2. Titanic, Goodfellas,
Godfathers, obviously.
Scarface.
Yeah,
What,
Scarface.
what
was-
did you think when the Ving Rhames cornhole scene came
it
up?
was-
Because that's
It was awkward at that age.
I wasn't aware that was a thing that happened. So I was learning all kinds of stuff. I was like, oh,
I remember
guys can
like
do that to each other. Okay.
coming through the living room when my parents rented that, and then like frantically trying to get me the fuck out of there. That's all I remember. I don't know what was on the screen. It was just like go to your room.
I mean, I think that was like everybody's first introduction to a gimp suit, probably, right?
Oh,
like
yeah,
it was
sure
mine.
Thanks,
I thought that the other day while I was watching it. I was like, I wonder how many people found out that this was a thing through this movie, like watching it.
Get a couple of hard pipe hitting. Go to work on his ass with a pair of pliers and a blowtorch. Ain't that right, Billy boy?
Gonna get medieval on his ass.
You lost your LA privileges.
We cool?
Yeah, we cool.
And
What
hi
fucking-
in the chat.
Sometimes I do roll around town jamming fucking what is that song? Counting Flowers, I guess.
Oh,
Counting flowers.
And I
on
just
the wall.
replay that fucking scene in my head. Motherfucker.
Statler Brothers? Statler Brothers?
Yeah, yeah.
Counting flowers on the wall.
That don't
Bother
bother
me at all.
Smoking cigarettes and
Watching
watching
Captain
Kangaroo. Good times.
20. Wow. Yeah. If Jess was 13, I was probably right around there.
Yeah. You're only a few months older than I
Super
think.
young.
If it was 94, I was 10. It doesn't feel like that, but I guess so.
Doesn't make me feel as bad as 4, Jonathan.
Yeah. I did go to the theater for the first time that year though and saw Dumb and Dumber.
That was your
Yep,
first
that
movie?
That was my first movie in theaters.
That's a good one.
That's
I have a hard
my
time. I
favorite.
have a hard time remembering my first one, but it might have been like maybe Batman, but I'm not sure.
I'm sure Batman was a bunch of people's first.
Yeah, I think technically mine was Return of the Jedi, but I do not remember it at all. I was like a very young child.
See,
I
were
wish I could
y'all's
tell you.
parents moviegoers?
Yeah.
My dad more than my mom.
Neither one of my parents really wanted to ever go to the movies. We went to the movies just because I asked to go.
Yeah, it was an event. Like most of the time, like 99% of the time, we were renting something.
Yeah, that's the way we were. We just rent it when it comes out.
Yeah, I kind of realized that on I think it was his patron stream where he was talking about movie theaters, like how to save them or something. And slowly through that like conversation, I realized like, man, movie theater is like kind of not as important to me as other people. It's not that it's not important. It's just I never consider it like an every movie thing. It's like marquee movies. Most stuff I wait for home video. And that's like a thing from my childhood because that's what we did most of the time is wait for it to come to rental and rent it. So
Well, we didn't get a VCR until later in the 80s, so we didn't really have an option.
You know, you guys have a
Either.
Betamax?
I never did.
We had a Betamax machine.
I remember early on renting a VCR with the movie like before we got one.
You guys
I
you
did
could
too.
rent video game consoles too.
Yeah.
Like that
That
was
I
the
did.
ultimate fucking weekend right there, boy.
Yeah.
If you could talk your mom into like renting you a PlayStation for the weekend.
I never
you get your
got
money
to
out of that
that
thing
one.
too.
I remember it being a thing. I never got to though.
What was it?
I never got to. I
Oh.
remember it being a thing, but my mom was kind of like, "Oh, you have a Nintendo. You don't need a Super Nintendo
Nintendo.
for the weekend."
My dad was really into video games when I was coming up. Like as into video games as adults were at the time. He didn't read like the magazines or anything, but like he liked playing them. And he would just go out and fucking grab a PlayStation because there was this game called Driver that he was fucking obsessed with.
Yeah.
So like it'd be time to take it back, and he's like, "How much is it for 5 more days?" Like, like you could just buy me one, Dad.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
That was a pretty cool game.
I'm guessing, Jamie, mine was probably a Disney movie that was a re-release in the early 80s, but I really don't remember my first movie. I saw so many movies throughout my childhood.
What Steven says here, this is the first one I remember, but I've done some research and E.T. got re-released a bunch of times. So I don't.
It's hard to
Was
pinpoint.
it 82 when that came out? Or 83, 82, 83, whatever.
82, I think.
I don't think that I would have remembered 82. So I think it was maybe like 84 or something like that when I actually the one I remember seeing. So I don't think I have memories from when I was 2.
Nice.
Have you been on the ride, which would have been ET2, basically?
Universal?
Yeah, the ET ride where you go on the bike and everything to the home planet.
That's been gone for a very long time because I was there in 03 and it wasn't there anymore.
I believe it still exists in California. I could have that back.
No, it's bad. I thought it was Florida because it wasn't in California.
No,
Yeah.
in 03 I was in Florida and it was not there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's in
I thought it was
one.
still in.
Let's see. I'm curious which one.
Yeah,
now.
look it up. Maybe it's
I've
only
only-
Japan
Wait.
now.
I don't know. I'm really high. Now I'm starting
And
to think. It may have been one of the ones with like no wait. Jaws was still there when I went.
Yeah.
Back to the Future was still there.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Florida still.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
I'm just stupid.
Yeah,
I believe they tried to get rid of it across the board, but it was a Steven Spielberg thing. They didn't want to fuck with Steven Spielberg because I think he actually might have threatened them.
I mean, they took Jaws out.
he may.
And that was like iconic.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have left Jaws.
Oh, of course. Of course they should.
Well, I'm sure y'all
is
know it
still-
just
so is
never
ET.
worked. It cost them so much.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
When
that
I
and-
went. Oh, go ahead, man.
So is King Kong still in operation in California? Because that was
It burnt, the
another
original
big
burnt
one.
down, which I was fortunate enough to see, and then they replaced it with like this wraparound screen 3D. You drive through one of the sound stages and all.
Oh, so it's not like the big animatronic anymore.
No,
Yeah,
that burned.
that's what I
started a big
remember.
fire.
Yeah.
Burned a couple of big old studios.
I will say this: like,
Phantom of the Opera, the original soundstage was destroyed.
Universal does some crazy cool rides.
Yeah,
Like
They
Earthquake,
do.
Florida.
Earthquake. But a lot of that's all gone now. You should look at Defunct Land. They have stories on all of these attractions.
I love that channel.
I do too.
Yeah, good stuff. But yeah, unfortunately though, now it's all this 3D shit, and it's all kind of the same.
And I'll say this: like the best 3D I'd ever seen in my life was on the fucking Terminator 2 ride, and
Oh, that
that
was
shit
great.
was built like 30 years ago. That's still to this day like the craziest shit. Some of the
It's like-
craziest shit I've ever seen.
It's like an original movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to
James
go
Cameron
find it
movie.
and watch it.
And there's like an Arnold lookalike that rolls out on the stage and shit.
all the actors look alike.
It's
Eddie
all
Furlong.
overdubbed. So you got like
Yeah.
Arnold's fucking voice coming through and shit.
The Indiana Jones, I remember that being a good one.
The stage show or
Oh,
the
yeah.
ride?
Yeah, the stage show.
I never got to see the stage. show.
Stage
Never saw
The
it
ride
either.
is awesome.
amazing. Waterworld's really good too. That's a
It
good
is.
stage show.
Never saw
It's
that
better
one.
than the movie almost.
Back to
Yeah.
the Future was my absolute favorite ride. I rode it so many fucking times, dude.
That's a great one.
I went to Universal one time, one day in 1991, and Jaws was broken. Jaws was down.
I rode Jaws.
So never experienced Jaws. I don't remember ET either. I must have just missed that one.
E.T.'s really good.
They
if
were
you like dark rides.
they were building
I
the
haven't seen
Mummy
it.
when I was there. So that's how
Okay.
long ago that was.
The Mummy's not bad.
Oh,
for a
wow.
little-
I think they've talked about. It's fun. Yeah, it's a good short little thrill ride.
The only time
I've
we
heard
went-
they might be getting ready to replace it.
The only time we ever went was like really, really early on in the Fast Pass
Still
era.
good.
So nobody bought these Fast Passes. They really weren't that expensive.
Yeah.
Like you just flashed that fucking card, dude. You were on the rides pronto. It was amazing. That'll never happen again. But
No.
No,
Are they,
not like
are they a
that.
thing again? Last I heard, they didn't have them
we
anymore.
don't do them anymore. See, you could get two different
Well, it
kinds
was
of passes
COVID,
back then.
some COVID bullshit. So
Like there was a cheaper pass where you could like go schedule rides, right? Get you a ticket for like this time to come ride it. And then the one that we got, it was just you show it to them and like just show them at the back of the line, and they'll walk you to the front.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's gone. I think Disney has like this thing to where it's like you have to pay a whole nother Disney Genie app or something. I don't know.
Disney's ridiculous now.
They've gone off the
Yeah,
chart.
like you can buy fast passes for certain rides now or some shit like that. Like
You have to, I think, if you're gonna
really?
use it. There's no free fast pass anymore.
Yeah, Disney has changed a whole bunch. I didn't go, but my family was just there like 6 or 7 months ago, and it's insanely expensive. It always has been, but there was also a lot that was closed. The vibe felt
and here's
different.
the problem, though.
I'll tell you, I'll go to Universal again, though, not Disney.
Here's the problem, though, and here's why Disney gets to do it. It's because I got a kid that is going to shit her britches when we go to fucking Disney World, and it's going to make it worth every penny. But they're making me fucking spend that kind of money, and it pisses me off at the same time.
I've spent a embarrassing amount of money the last time we went to Disney World, and I was like, guys, I'd like to go to fucking Europe or some shit. Like, let's do something cool. My kids are getting older. Like, you know, they're like, yeah, cool, let's do that. Like,
Little kids, they've kind of got you by the balls because you want to do it at least once. But I don't think it's not what it was. I mean, Universal's been bringing the fight. I had a blast at Universal. I think my oldest niece prefers Universal now herself.
Well, I love Disney. Maybe it's the nostalgia, but more and more we thought about it. I was going to bring my son, but if we go out to California for a visit, see old friends and stuff.
Well, you gotta.
All the franchises that he loves are actually at Universal. You know, Minions, Jurassic World, Spider-Man, all that shit. So it's like, well, maybe that's where we're going instead. It'll be better on my pocket too.
Exactly. It's less. I don't know. They nickel and dime the hell out of you over there, man.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's worse now than when I went back in 2016 is the last time I went to Disney, and it's so different now, and they're increasing prices like steadily. You know,
it's not even fair.
And the whole, I think COVID really gave them a time to experiment with like, oh, will people still pay this money and get less? Will they pay more and get less? You know, and I think they are. And,
It's mostly greed, but there is some theories that, I mean, I will say Disney was the cleanest amusement park I've been to.
Absolutely.
You know, they are pretty high class rides, especially all the new shit. And it does keep the crowds down if it is super expensive.
I would say the whole place is high class. I mean, everything. Everybody's nice, and you know, you know,
it's a real classy establishment. We ate there.
Well, I mean, maybe
Mickey's Pancake House is 5 stars.
Hey, you throw some shit on the ground, there's gonna be somebody that comes by and picks that thing up.
Sweeps that right up.
You know?
And
yeah,
I've been to some amusement parks, not so.
Dude, every Six Flags I've ever been to has always been incredibly dirty.
Yeah,
and you might get your head chopped off by a roller coaster. So.
Yeah, but a season pass is like $19.99 or some shit. Like
it's not.
Bring you a Coke can. It's $3.
Yeah,
but I'm not a thrill ride guy, so I can only ride like so many rides at Six Flags.
You're not a roller coaster dude?
I'm really not. Okay, I can go super fast. I can even do the loop de loops. You can take me up as high as you want, but the moment you give me a straight down drop, I can't take it. My body can't take it.
It doesn't do anything for me anymore,
it's
man.
Too narrow. It creates a wind tunnel around him.
I'm just like, I just tense up, my teeth grit.
That's part of the fun, though.
No, it's not. It's not fun. It hurts.
I've done it before, and I get fat shamed the whole time I'm in there. So I'm like, all right, fuck off.
Lauren passes out on them. We found out last time we were on a roller coaster. Yeah, and she passed out like right when they take your pictures. So the picture we got was just her like.
She's one of those. Yeah, I see a lot of that on like AFE and stuff. People.
She's like one of those goats that you scare that fall over.
It's like
it's better than being a grown man going.
For sure.
Oh, it hurts.
Oh, Dan, thank you for the shout out on the 13 Slaves video.
Oh yeah, well, probably not a good shout out, but
No, but I shared that with the director before I watched it. Before I watched it. Before I watched it.
Damn, yeah, don't do that.
And then it feels like if I go back and remove it, like I don't know what's up. I'm like, you know what? I guess you got to hear all criticism, right?
Yeah, I tried not to be too brutal. I mean, we said a few nice things. Just yeah. What up, Drew? Hop on.
So guys, got a little bit of news for you here. I don't know if you remember this fella. Hold on. Get that off there first.
Fella.
This fella here.
There she goes. There she goes again. Fuck that shit. I fucked up my pineal gland during a car accident. Legend shit.
Well, he's back. He's back. I got another video of him. He's putting on a show.
You were going to say was
he's
dead.
That's
where I was going with
dead.
Wait till next week.
Everybody from Sweden, I was sent here from President Joe Biden to teach you how to live properly. Remember, make sure you eat 1 to 3 vegetables per day. Remember to floss and brush your teeth every day. Legend shit.
That's a Walmart vest.
Did he get barcodes tattooed on his eyebrows? Is that what that was?
I was looking somewhere else.
So
I was trying to avoid looking.
What's this?
He's really got the jiggle down. You notice when he walks, he's like, dum, dum, dum.
Legend shit.
What's this freak show's name?
No idea. I call him Tits
Legend
Man.
shit.
He looks like a Greg.
Tits Man.
But I mean, give me some good advice. You know, eat a vegetable. You know, brush your teeth. That's good stuff.
Boobs Magoo.
You know,
That's how you stay a legend.
Do a lot of meth.
That's more than meth.
I don't know what that is.
That's kind.
I don't know what that is. Either.
That's an I did everything.
Somebody did ayahuasca and got stuck. Yes.
He was just a well-adjusted accountant from Billings, Montana, and it just did it one time and it's growing titties and screaming at people.
He had the marijuanas.
He had 2 marijuanas.
Yeah. He took too much marijuanas. And that happened.
Marijuana doesn't do that to you.
Marijuanas.
If he was around for the Reefer Madness days, I think we'd all be straight edge. Pretty much just everybody in the world at that point. That would have been the ultimate scare tactic.
I prefer Devil's Harvest now that I've seen it to Reefer Madness, and I have like that dope ass poster because there's like an underground sex orgy. It's just like this woman in her bra, just like this mad sex dungeon. Like, you know.
Yeah, a lot of them, like the twist would be they do it, then they get sold into white slavery. That was like an early exploitation staple. White slavery was like a big one. That was just huge, like in the early days.
And like I was talking about them being in their bras earlier, like they were always those giant old people bras. Like they looked like they were like they had pieces of a mattress attached to them or something. Like they had like ratchet straps on the back of them and shit.
All right, guys. I know Chris is kind of strapped for time,
Tony.
so want to get into the trivia here. You guys
Sure.
have a preference?
I'm freezing up a little bit, so I might have to ask you to repeat it one here.
Let's go 90s if we can. I wasn't around
The
for
90s? Yeah, I got 90s. This is just pop culture.
So how we doing this? Are we just like chiming in individually?
Well, I was gonna tell you. I think we're gonna go like just say Buzz, like if you know the name, and I'll just whoever says Buzz first. If there's a problem, we may like if you like say it at the same time, we may just have to have a buzz off or some shit. I don't know.
I'm not buzzing anybody off.
Come
We're
on, man.
buzzing off.
Buzz me off.
I want to get buzzed off.
We'll
Hopefully
contact
these
Titty
are-
Man.
I'll be here all night.
Hopefully these are not too easy. So this is 90s pop culture. Come on, fuck. Bear with me.
No worries.
Why? Jess opened some Dunkaroos over there.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I fucking love Dunkaroos, man.
Jonathan
They
made
ain't
me
the
hungry.
they ain't the same as they used to be, man.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They're just like the little coins now.
Why did they change that part of it?
See, they never went away like in a different part in the world.
What, Australia?
Good
Or
idea.
something?
I'm gonna go eat a gummy bear. I'll be right back.
Cool.
Hey,
Scope these out.
a regular pineapple gummy bear.
Some regular marijuana. Did I say that out loud? Is my mic on?
Those pineapple gummy bears hit hard.
Hey, what? I'm gonna shuffle these.
Cool.
Have you looked through them to see what kind of questions they are?
Yeah, they look relatively easy. But yeah, in Lexington, we actually beat Lauren 2 days in a row. So that was a lot of fun.
Team
No.
Lauren.
I don't even know whose team I was on.
No, Jess, you did not.
Yeah,
If you were on my team, you lost.
that was awesome.
He contributed to both teams.
I think I
I thought
lost.
Jess
on
would
both
just
teams.
refuse to answer the question because he thought he was on the other team. Nope. Not telling you. Nope. Not having it. Jess, you're on our team.
I have the answer, but nobody gets it.
You don't get it.
Yeah, I know I told the story already probably somewhere, but I just remember there was one point where I looked at him and he was mean mugging me. And I was like, dude, I'm on your team. He's like, no, you're not. I was like, okay, dude.
Is this after he lit up a cigarette in the hotel?
I
It was
don't know.
around that time.
Sorry, Chris. I didn't mean it.
It's cool, man. You were just doing
Piece
it.
of
You were
shit.
into it, man.
We got competitive there. I don't know. I kind of blacked out.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Euphigenia. Effie. Brace yourself.
Oh, I know that one too. I didn't watch that movie in years. It's not.
Oh,
it's really
gotcha.
not good.
What?
Missed Out by her. It's not
Virginia.
very good. It doesn't hold
Get out.
up well.
Oh, I like that movie a lot.
I love that
It's
movie.
not very
You know
good,
there's a
Jess.
Jonathan Lundy in that movie? It's the old dude that tries to boink Mrs. Doubtfire.
Is that his name?
It's Jonathan Lundy, yeah. In the movie. Yep. It's a fun year in elementary school.
All natural. I like it that way.
Did the kids actually pick up on that?
They did. They was like,
Oh,
hey, you
wow.
know the guy in Miss Doubtfire's name? I'm like, I fucking know, okay? It's so odd. It's just a
Oh,
weird
yeah.
fucking name for somebody to randomly come up with.
My heart's still breaking over Dan's last comment. I just don't know what to how to feel
I
about that.
I wasn't even a huge fan as a kid, and I think Ozzy did it on Farce, and I watched half of it just out
You
of
don't like Mrs.
curiosity. I'm like, man,
Doubtfire?
this is.
He doesn't.
I've
What the
never been a
fuck?
big fan of
Good
Robin
movies?
Williams.
dudes in drag movies.
Hello!
It's just not funny after a while. It's like,
That one is.
yeah, it's
That
not
one is
funny.
one of the best.
Robin
I don't know.
Williams can do no wrong.
The Private School. Now that's not the whole movie, but Private School. If you want, dudes in drag trying to see.
That's
kitties.
not why I'm watching the show.
That's the
No.
best.
Dan, like I feel like you're getting the wrong message here.
You totally missed the entire
I
point
didn't
of that movie.
expect titties and Missed Out by her. I'm just saying that concept is never funny to me. Medea, I don't get that shit. at all.
No. That's not the funny concept either, Dan. Like I think you're missing it, buddy. Like
the
the heart of that character is the dad just wanting to spend time with his kids. Like that's the whole essence of that movie. It's not funny, haha, because it's a man in drag.
Yeah, it just doesn't make me laugh. I'll put it that way.
Man,
I feel like I really brought the room down.
You
on
fucking
that one.
should. You go apologize. You just go to your room, okay?
I'm in the middle, man. I'm kind of indifferent because I haven't watched that movie in so long, like probably since the 90s.
Oh, don't try to water this down now, Chris.
Oh, honey.
I'm trying to
What
help
is that
Dan
dude's
a little.
name?
Oh, that guy, yeah. His
Harvey Firestein.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, honey.
Uncle Frank and Aunt Jack.
Oh, honey.
Oh, Ladybugs is funny.
I do like
Sorority
Ladybugs.
Girls.
Rodney and Jonathan.
What was that, buddy?
My favorite scene in Ladybugs.
Brandis.
My favorite scene in
Landis.
Ladybugs. Yeah, the one that killed himself, not the one that killed other people.
That's right. My mistake.
Wow.
Ladybugs, there's a hilarious scene where it's a running gag that he was molesting Jonathan Brandis. Fucking hilarious if you haven't watched that movie. I think it was Ladybugs. It was the one, God, or is it Back to School? Anybody that saw it recently can
It's
chime
got to be
in,
Ladybugs, yeah.
And Jamie's right.
Yeah, it
White
looked like
Chicks,
he was
surprisingly funny.
What about Bosom Buddies?
Great show.
I never watched a lot of that, so I won't judge it.
Not a whole lot in that subgenre, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Eddie Murphy did like 20 of them between him and Martin Lawrence, and they're all the same movie. I do not understand it.
Hello.
Don't get it.
Oh wait, no, that's the other one. That's the other one.
Medea Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right, guys. So,
all right.
This is multiple choice. So just let me read the 3 answers, and then buzz in if you know the answer. Who is Andre Romel Young better known as? Dr. Dre, Andre 3000, or Eazy-E?
Buzz.
Chris.
Andre 3000?
No.
Oh.
Buzz.
Dan.
Oh, sorry.
Dan was next.
Easy.
Same as Aaron.
No. And then Jess got it. What was it, Jess?
Well, it's got to be Dre, but honestly, I wasn't going to say that. I thought he was Andre something else.
I don't like it. These are. If I can, I'm not going to do a multiple choice.
That point.
Yeah.
No.
No. I think if it's to the point that I get it anyway, or at least I'll be honest, like I was, and that's was not my original guess.
I'll tell you what. I'm not going to do multiple choice unless I just have to on here, and I will on this one because it's a numbers question. So, how many episodes of Third Rock from the Sun were aired? 110, 132, or 152?
110.
No.
152.
No.
132.
I mean, how do you guys want to do this?
I don't know, man. I would say maybe just give it one shot. If the first person doesn't answer it right, just change questions.
Gotcha. It was 132.
Okay.
All right. I'm not gonna read the answers here. Which band sang "I'm Too Sexy"?
I know it. What's their name?
Fuck. For my shirt.
I got it.
Buzz.
Right said Fred.
Oh. Dan said Buzz.
Oh, come on with the Buzz.
I was gonna say the same thing, but if we're not doing Buzz, I won't take that.
Fuck, man. What do you want me to do here?
Was that the original?
I don't really.
Shout out might be the better way to do it.
Shouting out's gonna move it faster.
Yeah, we can do shout out.
Let's just shout it out. Fuck it.
Right said Fred, bitches.
I like
You can
buzzer,
tell who started first.
and I'm slow.
A little slow.
In what year was the first episode of the TV series Friends shown on TV?
94.
94.
We got a 92
94.
from Chris and 94 from Dan.
94, Dan.
Oh, okay, there we go. I remember that because it was 1 year after Leprechaun.
Wow. It's all before or after Leprechaun. What is the name of U2's lead guitarist?
Bono.
The Edge.
The Edge. Chris
No.
got it.
Just got it. Another Friends question. Let's get out of there. How many seasons of the action series MacGyver were produced?
6.
10.
8.
7.
I just got it.
Really?
Dang it.
You just got to fucking
He
circle
deserves
it in.
that. He
You
deserves
just
that.
got to fucking.
That was funny too.
Some of these are too easy.
MacGyver.
MacGruber.
MacGruber.
I love MacGruber, man. It's like the last great comedy, I feel like sometimes.
Richard Dean Anderson spent a long ass time on TV.
Between that and
Stargate SG1,
Stargate.
man. I was more of a Stargate guy than a MacGyver guy, but man, I love Stargate.
Jarvis Cocker was. Oh, Jess is not here.
I'm here.
Oh, Jarvis Cocker was the front man for what British band?
Iron Man.
That is incorrect.
Pulp
Man.
something?
Pulp.
Pulp something. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Well, I said pulp something. If you
Oh,
don't
you
want
got
me to
Pulp.
take that one.
Clark?
Got it.
I thought there was something else to it for some reason.
I was sitting there cycling through like British bands, and they were all like 80s. It felt like. So.
Yeah. Gotcha. Cool. All right, Chad, I'm going to have to ignore you for a minute here. All right, here we go. It's a good one. In what famous town was Beavis and Butthead based? You all know it's Texas.
Arlington?
It's not Arlen, is it?
No, it's not
Or,
Arlen.
no, because that's a made up one. You're right.
No. Highland.
Highland. There you go.
Dan got it.
Arlen's King of the Hill.
Yeah, but King of
Yeah.
the Hill was almost a spin-off of Beavis and Butthead.
Might as
Almost.
well be,
Not
yeah.
quite. That's them boys was whacking it in my shed.
I know y'all are going to jump on this one. Who sang the 1995 hit single, This Is How We Do It?
Blackstreet?
Friday night.
Party's
shit.
here on the west side.
on the west side.
R. Kelly?
Oh man, why am I blanking
5,
on this?
4, 3,
This is how we
2,
do it.
It's not
1.
my kind of music, but I can
Montel
see
Jordan.
Montel Jordan.
You could see him. I just couldn't come up with that name.
This is how we do it.
Got Montel Jordan.
It's a spinoff on A&E.
I feel ashamed for missing that one, dude.
I'm in the party and I get naughty.
Which Happy Days actor co-produced MacGyver?
Anson
Ron
Williams.
Howard.
Oh, no, Henry Winkler.
Just got it.
Made some money off that shit.
He's actually produced a lot of shit, I think, over the years.
That's where the money's at, right?
Can be.
Yeah.
And
I was thinking
Cannot be,
Anson too.
Which of the following gaming consoles was not released in the 90s? Shit, I got it, and I got to read them. Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn.
Sega Saturn.
Like I said,
Sega Genesis.
Dan.
Oh yeah, we're in the 80s. 89.
Wasn't it like? Yeah, I was gonna say it was close.
I would imagine
I was like,
89. Yeah. I can act like I know all the fucking answers.
Do y'all remember the Sega Master System? I think is what it was called. It was
I've
like
got one.
the NES equivalent.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Those
never played
things-
it as a kid, but yeah.
I just remember seeing it in catalogs.
They made those fuckers in Brazil until 2008. Like that was like still their biggest like video game platform in Brazil. Was the
That
Sega
had some
Master
cool
System.
games.
Alex Kidd was on there.
Yeah.
Space Harrier.
What was the one with the dude turns into a werewolf?
Altered Beast.
Altered Beast.
Fucking
yeah.
love Altered Beast, dude. I
Me
want
too.
to
Rise from your grave.
because I have a Sega that works. I want to get that cartridge.
Yeah, that's a badass game. It's probably a cheap cartridge too. That was a really popular game.
It was a pack-in title for the Genesis.
For the Genesis, yeah.
Rise from your grave.
I may have that on Master System actually.
That fucking low kick.
The music on Sega was awesome.
Music was better on Sega, I think. I was a Sega guy. Like I was the original
Sega does
NES,
what Nintendo don't.
and then I was on board with that advertising.
I was the only Sega kid in my neighborhood. Everybody else had Super Nintendo.
I was a Nintendo kid.
I mean, it seemed better. I mean, I remember going to my friend's house all the time and being like, man, you guys have awesome games that I do not have.
Well, it's cool to have both because I mean, nobody's gonna have both systems.
Yeah, but that was fucking impossible in the 90s.
Right.
Like,
Right.
do you remember the kid that had both? It's probably because Dad wasn't living at home anymore.
Exactly.
It was rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was rare.
Yeah.
He was
I had a
that
kid
kid
that
from.
lived-
Did y'all watch 8-Bit Christmas? He was that
I
kid.
did watch
If
it.
anybody watched that,
I don't think so.
I had a kid down the street from me that he had, I think, like every Nintendo game ever made.
But see, that's what kids don't understand now is like when you were a kid trying to decide, which way you were going to go with this video game thing, you were deciding your entertainment for the next 5 to 6 years.
Yeah. You didn't know that at the time, but
it felt like longer. It felt like the rest of your life. Like this is what I have now.
Yeah.
I think that kid though is the one whose dad is into it too. Like that's when they have all the games, unless you're just rich. But I think usually
Like I
it's
said, like
the dad.
my dad always played my video games, but like I don't know, he probably did use me. He got me like a Nintendo NES like in 1991 for Christmas, and I was a whopping 1 year old. So yeah, he probably did that, didn't he?
My mom didn't, or my
Nice.
dad didn't give a shit, but my mom loved Dr. Mario on NES.
I love Dr. Mario, dude.
I hated Dr. Mario.
I love it.
I was never a big fan either.
I hated it when I rented it because I thought it was going to be a Mario game where he was a doctor. But
It's got a bunch of fucking. Where's Tetris? We're playing fucking Tetris.
goddamn puzzles.
You play Mario 3 or 2, and then you hear about Dr. Mario and you see it, and your expectations are like, ooh, he's a doctor in this one, and then you realize it's just like scuffed Tetris.
It's a puzzle game. It's just a puzzle game. And like Yoshi's Cookies. Did you guys get tricked by that one? That was a Yoshi game that was just a puzzle game. So
Cool. I'm gonna do one more out of this group, and then I'll go to something else. We can. Let me just go ahead and wrap
There
it
he
up
is.
pretty quickly here. What's up, man?
What's up? What's up? Sorry, I'm having a bit of a weird internet night. It's been raining.
No problem. Sorry, chat. I've been trying to read these questions.
Yeah, I'd say Mortal Kombat did sway because I always want to say Sega was the cooler one at the time.
Blood.
Because of,
It was the blood.
because of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had Mortal Kombat 2 on Game Gear because I had a Game Gear 2 somehow.
Mate,
Me
that's
too.
what I
But,
had too.
And it was pretty lame, wasn't it?
You got the
I enjoyed it
But
at the time.
I liked it.
Yeah, because it was all you had. It was cool. But I got Mortal Kombat 3 on Sega, and my life was over, dude. I played
one was
that
pretty
game
awesome too.
so much.
That's a great game.
Yeah.
I remember 2 the most.
You got-
that. I had it for Super
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo, and then I don't know if you guys ever played Killer Instinct, but that was the fucking shit, dude.
Killer Instinct was like that's a big arcade memory because that was like the loudest cabinet in the whole place,
And it was huge.
and everybody gravitated towards it, and you would hear like that combo breaker like through the fucking.
Oh, yeah.
arcade.
Awesome combo, bo, bo.
It was so flashy, man.
Love that
Yeah.
game.
Cinder. That was my guy, Cinder, the guy that was just like. on
Mine was
fire.
the Indian. I can't remember his name.
Night
Tomahawk
Wolf.
or Mohawk or
It
something.
might have been Tomahawk, yeah.
Do you guys remember when the Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter movie came out? Which was within a year of each other, 94 and 95.
Yep.
I don't think the box office totally reflects it, but I just remember everybody losing their minds in school. Like that was the event
Over Mortal
of a
Kombat,
lifetime.
yes, that was a big fucking deal, man.
It was the event of like the century. It was.
Yeah. And I
Killer
don't think the
Instinct
box
Gold.
office was massive on it, but goddamn, every kid in school was talking about that.
The Goro blew my mind.
Yeah.
Like I could not believe,
It's great.
and it really disappoints me that the new movie just didn't use that one.
Yeah. They fucked up their Goro. Like they blew
And they
like,
killed him.
He should have been man, I don't even want to get in on that. It makes me so mad.
With an R rating, just have him do that thing where he grabbed you and he just beat your fucking limbs off. That there was so much they could have done with that.
I guess they could use Kentaro next or Mataro, but
Motaro, I think it was.
Oh,
Is
The
there
dude with
supposed to be a sequel?
stripes.
oh yeah, they're making a sequel.
Are they though?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it got canceled.
Well,
didn't it?
yeah, it's Warner Brothers, so who knows?
I didn't mind the
Maximum
remake.
Carnage is a fucking
Oh, man.
brilliant game.
I was it wasn't like not entertaining, but the things they did wrong were so infuriating to me.
Yeah.
Like recycling enemies.
Like creating a character for no reason when they could have just made it Johnny fucking Cage. Like
I do agree
it's
with
so
that.
stupid, dude.
That was disappointing.
Yeah.
So fucking stupid. And then the Goro shit. They like he should have been like maybe like teased and saved for the next movie, but if not, used as the final boss, and he was like a throwaway goon.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, the first movie really did do it right. I don't think I appreciated it as much as I even do now. Because
I didn't like the first movie when it came out, honestly.
But it grows on you, doesn't it?
I
Or
need to
do
go
you
back
still-
and watch it again.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think
I've-
you do. It's. I enjoy it.
I
saw
like the
both
newer
that
one,
and
okay.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, I don't
theater.
like Street Fighter either. I don't like.
I don't go back to that one hardly at all.
I should on paper because I love Van Damme and I love Street Fighter, but
You know,
and I love Kylie Minogue.
Raul Julia.
I love parts of Kylie Minogue. Okay, cool.
We got more trivia.
One more question for this 80s or 90s box here, and I'll go on to something else. Is that cool?
yeah.
Sure.
I'm down for what you got.
In Beverly Hills 90210, how did Scott die?
He shot himself on accident.
AIDS. Okay.
Ass cancer.
No, Chris got it.
Yeah, he
Oh,
shot
okay.
himself playing with a gun, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Never
I
watched
think
that
90210.
show.
My sister was like obsessed with that show.
Mine was too, especially.
So I caught all
early
the
on.
secondhand info on that one.
That was a
That
big
and
episode,
Melrose
too.
Place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like I feel like it like grew out of its audience with that when everybody knew about that episode and how fucked up it was.
Okay, I'm gonna do 80s.
I would
TV
have
next.
gone even darker. Russian
Pretty dark
roulette just
episode.
blows his fucking up.
He's kind of fucking around, isn't he? He's like, ha, ha, and he just
Yeah.
you know.
It's like it's a real like playful scene, I'm pretty sure, where he's like, "Ah, yeah," and then
Found a
like
gun, and it's like
gunshot
it's got all
sound, fade to black, cut to credits. Like,
isn't it
I
like
don't
Was
know,
that
like,
Scott Wolf? Or no, that's Party of Five, right?
I think
Yeah.
90210
I didn't
was,
watch any of this.
spelling. That spelling guy.
Yeah, Luke Perry, Tori
Aaron
Spelling.
Spelling.
Yeah, Aaron.
Who was the one that killed? Which actor dies on that? Then it was Luke
I
Perry.
don't know
that
his
shoots
name.
him?
He was not a.
It wasn't Brian Austin Green, was it?
It was his
No.
friend. It was Brian Austin Green's close
Yeah, it wasn't
friend.
one of the main ones, was it?
Okay.
Whoa! Who's this guy?
What's up, Piz?
How's it going?
Hey.
How are you
Morning,
guys
man. doing?
What up, Piz?
Good, man.
I'm rocking the shirt, bro.
I saw that. Thank you very much. Yeah. I was just sitting here eating some delicious little Debbie's Christmas tree cakes, and
Oh yeah.
Nice.
it's brain food, and you're doing trivia. Perfect timing,
Hell yeah.
We just finished some 90s, just general pop culture trivia.
Okay.
We're going to move on to some 80s TV.
Y'all were talking about that night. I remember that night. I was watching that night of that 90210 episode. Do you remember what song they were playing during that kid's funeral? Knocking on Heaven's Door.
Oh man.
Kind of on the nose, huh?
Yeah. I'm almost positive it was. I think it was actually the Guns N' Roses version too.
Oh, it was.
And yeah, I remember that. That was intense, man. That was an intense episode.
I think I would have been the a-hole kid that was laughing at it the whole time.
I remember we were all talking about it the next day in like the cafeteria. Like, oh man, did you see? Oh, dude. Oh, like it was a big deal.
Yeah. I wasn't quite like dating age at that point, so it was like just that show. You heard about it, but I never really watched it. That and Melrose Place.
I was a little young for that. That was my sister's show though. And I've thought about going back and watching it because it seems like it's ultra 90s, but I haven't done it.
My memories of it's like ridiculously 90s. It's
like
I wanted sideburns so bad. So bad.
I feel that.
And like
I got them eventually.
All I could grow were like these peach fuzz, like sideburn
Get
things.
those weird little long strands of hair that just kind of coil up.
It just didn't look right. But I
had those Luke Perry's after a little while, brother.
Yeah, it took a while, but I eventually got those Luke Perry sideburns. But yeah,
You've got to brush them down and glue them to your head. It's just long hairs that are like glued to your.
That's what I still have to do.
Yeah.
Feel like we'll fare better on 80s.
Piz, basically what we're doing here is just yelling out the answer. First person who yells out the correct answer.
Cool.
Yeah, it's anarchy, but it's
effective.
Better than the buzz thing that
I like the buzz.
With, so.
Yeah, I liked the buzz too,
but we've got delays in people's internet and stuff. So
yeah.
Okay. In Garfield and Friends, you guys remember the cartoon? What was Sheldon?
A pig?
A boy? Human boy?
Who the fuck was the pig?
I don't know.
I mean, I kind of want to guess a turtle. Because, shells.
5, 4.
I don't know, though.
3.
I had said
Sheldon.
My mic was
1. It's a chick inside of an eggshell.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like an egg walking around.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't he have legs popping out of it or something?
Yeah, he could walk around.
Ah,
His head
yeah.
would stick out.
Jeremy would have known that one.
There we go. Cliff Booth, what's up, buddy?
An eggshell?
What up, Cliff?
Corey Ross.
Gotta work.
All right, it's a good one here, guys. The Transformers are sentient robots that came from what planet?
This
fuck.
It's not Decepticon. What is the name of the planet?
Megatron?
Megatron?
Cybertron. Cybertron?
Yeah.
Dan got it.
Oh, okay. Cybertron.
Shia
Okay,
LaBeouf.
Tron
Shia
gave it.
No.
Michael Bayville.
I'm sure they changed that in his movies.
Shia got kind of weird. Did you ever see that video of him just running around a park hugging random people?
I don't think I saw. I saw some weird stuff with Shia LaBeouf. He kind of went off the deep end. Yeah,
I saw him on a. Go ahead, man.
No, I was going to say he watched all of his movies like over 24 hours or something like that, and it was just like showing him, and he was like half asleep most of the time,
or crying.
I saw him on John Barenthal. Is that his name? The guy who played Punisher.
Yeah.
He has a like a podcast on YouTube or something where he interviews like police officers, and for some reason Shia LaBeouf was on there.
Oh,
and go watch it, man. It's the funniest thing you'll ever see because Shia LaBeouf is trying to like be all alpha for John Barenthal, and it's hilarious, man.
Yeah, I heard him say something. I've just seen clips where he was like, I put up walls.
Yeah.
And I didn't give an F what anybody said. Or what anybody thought.
He's hamming it up, dude. He's like, man, I like what you got here, man. This is like it's the funniest shit you'll ever see.
I didn't know it was all cops. I didn't know that was the whole part of the podcast.
He supposedly squared up on Tom Hardy on the set of that movie they did together and like punched Tom Hardy in the face.
Yeah,
to like show like how tough he was. Like he squared up on Tom Hardy.
Wow.
And yeah, I know.
Would have loved to have been a fly on that wall. Huh?
Just, yeah. I mean, Tom probably went, was that a fly hit me? What happened?
Is there a draft in here?
Yeah, somebody opened a door.
Oi! Is there a draft in here?
Oi!
We got to get him in a Seagal movie now.
Oh my God.
Well, he's all sober now, and he's almost worse, huh? He's married to Mia Goth, right?
He's married. Yeah, they've got a kid together at least.
Infinity Pool looks dope as hell, by the way.
That does look good. Yeah. Brandon Cronenberg.
Oh yeah, Brandon Cronenberg. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer, but I'm probably gonna check it out because I love Possessor.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. The other movie he did. What was the other one he did?
I'm trying to think of that one too.
You could
antiviral.
Antiviral. Yeah, that one was good too. I thought. Yeah.
Have you seen that one, Chris?
Mm-mm.
You need to
check it out, man. Yeah. It's definitely Cronenberg blood, man. You can tell.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That apple didn't fall far from that flesh-colored pulsating tree.
Okay, guys. Which city's real lifeguards was the show Baywatch based on?
Malibu.
The city.
Oh, never mind.
That is a city.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills. I don't know where that place is.
It's not
Fort Lauderdale.
I'll throw out there Miami. But it's probably in California. I'm just gonna say Miami.
Oh, Santa Monica.
I'll just say Los
Venice.
Angeles, just as a guess.
Chris.
Really?
Oh man,
that seemed too obvious.
Shit.
It did seem too obvious, yeah.
But what about Baywatch Nights? Because that
I had
was
no
the
idea.
real star.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, let's talk about Baywatch Nights.
That's the real show.
Baywatch Nights. What is this?
Sir, you do not know about David Hasselhoff was like a private detective at night.
Mm-hmm.
And it slowly turned into like Diet X-Files as it went on.
I bet that's a glorious show, dude.
It's everything you want it to be.
So when he hung up his float and took off his, tight red little trunks, he turned into a private eye at night, literally. And
please tell me that was like a montage at the beginning of the show where he hung it up.
I think it was even cornier than that. From
Put
what I
on
remember.
glasses.
I think it was even cornier than that. But I mean, like literally, it was him. Like it's yeah. I used to watch it and just laugh my ass off. I couldn't watch an entire episode because I just laughed my ass off at it.
Just like the intro.
It sounds like a joke. It sounds like
No,
a
no.
joke that
It's
somebody
very,
made up.
very real.
It sounds like a joke. Yeah.
It is
It's
very real.
I was a Thunder in Paradise guy, basically
yeah.
Hulk Hogan's Baywatch.
God damn, I watched all that stupid stuff, man.
Do y'all remember
I was such
Son
a
of the
nerd.
Beach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
TV's
that.
Tim Stack.
Yeah.
Tim Stack. Tim Stack also had that show. It was like a talk show parody.
Yeah, yeah.
That was good shit too.
He was in
remember the name of it, but,
My Name is
yeah.
Earl quite often. Just in his
Yeah.
Son of the Beach attire.
As Tim Stack.
As
yeah.
Tim Stack, just like washed up and drunk. I was on TV,
always
you
with
know.
Patty the daytime hooker.
I love Patty the daytime hooker, man.
I know. Got a damn
So-
snake dog back there.
So I've looked up Baywatch Nights, and here's some of the plot synopses for the episodes. And literally, it's one sentence. These plot synopses: a phone sex operator wants Mitch, Garner, and Ryan to find her missing boss, so she can collect $2,000 in back pay. That was one episode. Here's another episode. Mitch poses as a gigolo to trap a swindler. Okay. Mitch, David Hasselhoff, dresses in drag in order to nab a killer targeting female impersonators.
Now we're talking.
Now we're getting into some spicy
Yeah, we're
stuff here
getting
now. So
I
those are
understand
just
it gets worse as it goes on. Like it just kind of snowballs.
Well, it just totally switched the whole you were talking about the X-Files thing. It totally switched over to like monsters and whatever.
Dude, I'm gonna have to track this show down and watch it.
Where can we watch?
It's got to be terrible.
There's entire episodes on YouTube.
Yeah, that's probably the only way. I don't think that had any physical media release.
Why would it?
It's currently holding a 3.8 out of 10 on IMDb.
Guys, you start emailing Vinegar Syndrome and tell them to get this us on
Oh
Blu-ray.
my god!
So you can get a. Actually, this is really funny. It's available in Germany because Hasselhoff is
Right.
fucking huge
Of course,
over there.
Of course,
Of course it is.
Is it one of those cool media books, maybe?
No, they don't give that much of a shit. But they did go for 2 seasons.
Yeah, 2 seasons.
And it's got bonus footage of him eating a cheeseburger off the floor.
Oh man, that was a dark time. That was a dark time.
Don't hassle the Hoff.
That was his daughter filmed him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
The ones that were trying to become like pop stars, right?
That
And
whole
you
thing,
know-
man. It's like okay, I get it. You were like trying to show him what he was doing, but like, did she release it to the public? That's the cold part.
I think she
so.
did. Yeah, show it to him later
Yeah.
once he's sobered up.
Yeah.
Don't post it on
TMZ,
TikTok, Twitter.
Like,
you
don't
know.
send it to the
Don't give it to TMZ.
Like, I'm not
exactly.
going to act like I've never been in some rough shape on the floor before. It's just nobody filmed it.
Yeah.
And put
I
it
was
on-
thinking earlier today, man, like thank God there weren't camera phones when I was in high school.
Right?
Mhm.
Oh God, yeah.
I
yeah.
did some stupid things that will
Ugh.
never be told to anyone on planet Earth. But there were witnesses.
I miss that shit when you could just fucking hear about something.
Yeah.
Didn't have to see it. She's like, no shit, that really happened.
Hmm.
Man,
He didn't really do that.
if somebody would
Swear
only
to
been
God.
standing there with a fucking camera
Yeah.
to capture all this randomly.
Mhm. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I remember, we'd smuggle booze into class. We'd have booze in, like our little, we'd pour
bottles?
it, or like we'd pour it in a Coke can and just sit back there and drink it and be like, There
Crime was just easier.
There was one time in class, I don't know why somebody had brought a toy gun to school with them.
Oh wow.
I grabbed the toy gun. This was pre-Columbine. I took the toy gun from the kid, ran through the hallways going bam, bam, bam.
I would have shot you in the face.
I would have been. Exactly. I wouldn't have made 2 steps
You would have been
before
so dead.
I'd had 2 in the chest and 1 in the head. And if I didn't, if the guy didn't shoot me, I certainly would have been expelled. There's no doubt about it. Probably juvenile detention, God knows what.
You've been expelled from Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just gonna shoot you. This seems easier.
Yeah.
There was some story out there about a guy, I think he was from Australia, and this is post Columbine, who like had like a hunting knife. Like they were allowed in school back in the day, but he comes to America and he like shows people his knife, and yeah, he got in some. Didn't wave it, no threat, just got in some serious shit.
Let me tell y'all what a guy did. He graduated a year after me, but I got the yearbook. He dressed as a German person who does not like Jewish people. Took a photo of him doing the hello bad person sign in full regalia. Wow. Damn near a full page in that yearbook. It was in the yearbook.
Did they published it?
And underneath it in big, bold, fiery font, "Hail Badman." This was in a yearbook.
What?
This was in a yearbook.
Well,
and
it was different back then.
It was different back then. Like that today, if that made it into the yearbook, that kid would have been. Again, we're talking about expulsion. We're talking about him juvenile delinquency.
You don't outlive it though. That's the sad thing now.
Fire now, dude. Like he would have just been. Immediately.
There's a wrestler who was at a concert when he was like a teenager, and he was drunk, and he was mimicking, I think, Cartman's parody of that guy. And there's a photo of him doing the salute, and it still got him in trouble. He lost bookings over it. You don't outrun it, which sucks. Just something dumb when you're drunk as a teenager, but.
Yeah. And like, this, he was what was funny is like, he was like a really smart kid, but he was also a really talented musician. And like, sometimes I'll think like, I'm going to see him and like, he's in like this new awesome band and that photo is going to resurface. You know what I mean? And it's just over. The career's done. It's done. You know what I mean?
I was dressed as Charlie Chaplin. This has been blown out of proportion.
Someone knocked my head.
I was swatting a bee, and they found me in a certain situation.
I was falling in the picture, and I was reaching out to catch myself. They caught me. They'd fall. If you really want the bad guy, talk to the editor of this yearbook.
They were asleep at the wheel. Put it that way. And this was also like you couldn't be like that was photoshopped.
Well,
that didn't exist. You know what I mean?
I know my school, like the yearbook, it was like a club, and it was all like kids. It was all students, so they could probably sneak whatever.
Yeah, but you always had one adult that like had to, thumb through it.
Yeah, I don't think that
we
would
got
have
a bad
made
man. Come on, we don't know what that is. So
through mine.
Crazy.
All right, guys, we'll go ahead and wrap this up in just a second. All right, it's a quick one, quick draw. What is the name of the sentient android who serves as a second officer and operations officer on Star Trek: The Next Generation?
Data.
Diz got it.
Nope.
Of course, Big Crack Rock would have done that at school. Of course, he would have done that. Of course, he would have done that.
I don't know that there was ever a time that you could just like, oh, that's just Crack Rock.
Yeah, that's just Big Crack Rock. And like the Cliff Booth story,
zany.
The Cliff Booth story is pretty funny too.
I mean, kind of like honestly though, kind of back then it was kind of just like, it really was like,
it was
it changed a lot of shit.
It did. Yep.
Like I remember the next day at school, like we didn't even really do anything. We just had to talk about Columbine.
Yeah.
I remember for the rest of my school career, trench coats were not allowed to be worn.
Yep. People were terrified of trench coats.
I was one of the kids that wore trench coats.
Way to focus on the wrong thing, guys.
My mom thought that Marilyn Manson was the Antichrist. Like she was so terrified of that guy.
Guess what? I was a huge Marilyn Manson fan too.
It was almost like presented as fact on the news.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah,
Marilyn Manson is Satan, and he's causing all this. Like that's what they said on the news. Like,
and it turns out
I knew kids who had their CDs broken.
Oh yeah, man.
And it turned out they weren't even fans of Marilyn Manson, but they were fans of KMFDM. But Marilyn Manson was KMFDM was just this obscure band. Marilyn Manson was the Antichrist superstar at the time, so he got all the attention. They weren't even fans of his. So crazy.
Hold on, guys. 1 second here.
In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental woman to pump me up. Feeling pussy, what you get? Fat big love, because I can fuck way too much. I'm in lead like 2 shots my cup.
Wow.
It's Christian Hannah Horror.
Is that Christian's official intro?
Or I'm sorry, Planet
is
CHH.
now.
My bad.
Damn.
Damn.
That is a dope ass shirt, Christian.
That is
Fast
a dope
custom
shirt.
shirts.
Yep.
T-shirt
$10.
Joe.
That's where I got mine.
Shout out.
Can't beat it.
T-shirt Joseph.
Well, all right, guys. I guess we'll try to find a winner here. It looks like Dan is the current winner so far. So.
Dan the man.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah. Keeping his reign.
How's it going, Christian?
Can't be ahead by a lot, though.
Doing good, man. How are you?
Good, man. Having a good one. Going through some 80s TV trivia.
I feel like we've only had like 6 questions. Let's do this.
I'm sorry, I've been talking a lot.
That's been fun too.
Yeah. I have a tendency to derail things. Sorry.
No problem. No problem at all.
I'd be like, Baywatch Nights, wasn't that fucking crazy? Let's talk about that for the next 2.5 hours.
Hey, I'm glad we stumbled upon the Baywatch Nights convo because I'm gonna
We've introduced Chris to Baywatch Nights. That's
Check it out, man. Check it out. In the American sitcom, an extraterrestrial called Alf is what is Alf an acronym for?
Alien life form.
Yep.
Quick with these, man.
Yep.
Who was first? I didn't.
I don't.
It's a tie.
I think, everybody kind of blurted that one out. I stopped. I was like, yeah, everybody's got that one.
Well, Mark.
What was Alf's preferred meal? His favorite food?
Cats.
Oh yeah, me too, buddy.
That was in the chamber because that's what I expected the question to be.
Alf loved to eat pussy, man.
Christian's had enough.
Yeah, because like screw this.
Sorry about that. Just trying to find a winner here. We can wrap the game up and we can continue. That's too difficult.
Oh, Ben Grimm.
Here we go. What city was Golden Girls set in?
Miami.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep. The Golden Girls.
They wrote a jingle for the city on one episode. Miami. Yeah. They're entering a contest for who can write the new song for the city of Miami. That sounds like a dumb thing. It's not fucking real. They make up for TV shows. But they were doing that. It was a good episode.
Did you ever go back and watch the Amelia Kincaid episode where she plays a hooker?
I've seen that show so many times.
Why was there a hooker
start to finish? I fucking love Golden Girls.
Like, how do you?
My mom watched it all the time when I was a kid, so it just stuck.
There's a lot more than you'd think on the Golden Girls. It's a great show.
Blanche is such a hoe, dude.
Yeah, she was amazing.
Such a hoe.
Well, and I always say, I will back it up. B. Arthur is a handsome woman.
You know what fucks me up? All those women are like in their 50s.
You never miss an opportunity to say that.
They're 50. It's ridiculous. People are age so much faster.
Better.
That we age
better now. Better now, yeah.
I mean, if you were the delivery person delivering Blanche's medications and she was in a 90 and she invited you in.
Oh no, Blanche could get it. No, for real.
Yeah. You're going.
See, while you guys are all catching the clap from Blanche, I'm in B's room. I'm in Dorothy's room.
No, dude,
keeping it clean.
I don't go Dorothy, dude. I mean, you go Betty White for sure, right?
Well,
of course. You just
Wait.
lay back. You just lay back and you go, ladies. There's a lot of me to love. Let's do it. You know,
That's a different version of the Golden Girls, where like you're like the pool boy.
exactly.
You're getting an STD, you know.
One way or the other, STD.
You come out of there going like, Sophia is probably the best one. She really knows her way around a penis.
Takes her teeth out.
Yeah.
Good.
It's totally worth that round of insulin. Why did I? It's totally worth that round of penicillin. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd like to know. There's probably a website. You like, how many dudes did Blanche bang on that show?
That's a great question.
There's a count somewhere. There's a count.
Somebody's made a count. There's no doubt about it.
All those horny old dudes with white hair. Like it's Golden shower girls. Golden Girls of Eastwick.
Wait a minute, Dan. I thought that was somebody in the chat.
Okay, this is okay. Hold on. Blanche Devereaux in the show. Blanche says that she slept with 143 men, but recent research indicates the real number might be 164. If you count all the references to dates and former flames, someone has compiled this.
You know why though, Piz? Because some dipshit like me was sitting there going, "I wonder how many dudes she's about."
Let's start back at episode 1 and take notes. Yeah.
All right, we're here anyway. Like, I got a notebook.
Oh God.
Oh.
Oh God.
Damn, Cliff. Believe it or not, there is a parody movie out there.
The Golden
there
Girls.
is. Nina Hartley's in it.
Yes.
Of course.
She's Rose.
Yeah.
In the Golden Girls, each episode involved the four main characters sitting around the kitchen table eating what?
Cheesecake.
Yeah.
Pork rinds.
Don't fucking come at me on Golden Girl shit.
Let me get my Golden Girls trivia.
Who also watched Murder, She Wrote back in the? Anybody watch Murder, She Wrote with their?
Painful.
When I was very little, yeah, it was like
I got the
always
box
on
set.
kind of thing.
My grandma and mom loved Murder, She Wrote, and I'd be sitting in the living room just watching Murder, She Wrote with them.
It was Murder, She Wrote, and Matlock. I feel like always.
Oh my
on
God,
back to back.
Matlock.
Rockford Files was the other old person show.
12 seasons of Murder, She Wrote.
Does anybody remember Mama's Family? Mama's Family.
Mom's
Hell yeah.
Lawrence.
Hell yeah.
Lawrence.
My mom still watches Mama's Family to this day. She loves it.
Yes.
I went to a convention and what's his name? The son. What's his name? Jethro. Is it Jethro or
I feel like
Vinton? I think it's Vinton. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was there with the Night of the Creeps people because he was also in Night of the Creeps. So I'm trying to get him to sign this Mama's Family 8x10 for my mother. And he was like, that's so cool. Yeah. So, yeah.
Did anybody's parents watch Hee Haw?
My grandparents did.
We watched Hee Haw, yeah.
Oh my God. My dad still watches Hee Haw. It's the worst thing that ever happened on television. So bad.
My dad watched that show. I can't remember the name of it, but Nip It in the Bud. That show. What was that called?
You talking about Don Knotts on Andy Griffith?
No. It was a black show. It was a black people show.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of. It wasn't Sanford and Son, was it?
Sanford and Son.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nip It in the Bud. My dad raised me on Sanford and Son. I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah, listen, I'm coming. It's the big one.
Oh.
That was the first show to ever say the N-word on national television.
Wow.
Did they go there? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Sanford and Son's great.
Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son was a great show. Yeah, that was a fun show.
Yeah.
It bumps me out, man, that like kids today are watching shows from our from our era now. Like we were watching like Gilligan's Island and
Did they even watch those shows though? I feel like they're all on YouTube.
I think there's still the kids that'll watch Nick at Night.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
probably
it's,
watching
it's
like
also
Friends or
Friends,
something.
Friends and Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Are probably the big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they are.
Well, we
guess.
grew up at The Simpsons, and they're still growing up with The Simpsons because they just
Yeah.
won't stop it.
No, I don't. Who's watching The Simpsons now, though?
Every now and again, I'm checking back in.
I watch the Treehouse of Horror every
Yeah.
year. That's it.
I watched
It's
this
gonna hit
recent
40
Treehouse,
years.
man, and it just wasn't doing it for me.
New
Didn't feel the
stuff, though.
same.
It was okay.
Go back and watch those first 10 seasons.
You know, I mean, the Hee Haw Honeys. Yeah, Blanche was 46. Yeah, Blanche could have got it, bro.
What?
The character was 46?
No, Rue McClanahan.
Okay, she was playing an older lady.
Most of them did
I know
because wasn't Sophia was like younger than
Sophia was younger than B.
most
Arthur.
of them except Rue.
Didn't she die first too?
Um,
One of the first ones to die because she.
yeah, I
had
think
some cancer or
B.
something.
Arthur died first.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
Sophia.
Betty was the last
Was it
one.
Estelle Getty?
Estelle Getty.
Don't stop her, my mom will shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it might have been her that passed away first. Yeah, she was the oldest, you know. Yeah. Now they're all gone.
They died too young.
Yeah, Betty was the last one standing.
Yeah.
I thought
Now-
she was gonna outlive me.
Now Blanche is up in heaven breaking the bed with Elvis Presley.
No doubt.
Oh my.
Elvis ain't dead.
He is now.
He's in a retirement home with JFK, man. I saw a documentary on it.
Fighting mummies.
Yeah, it's a documentary about mummies. Whatever happened to Bubba Nosferatu, by the way? We never
Missed
got it.
opportunity.
Never had. Yeah.
I mean, Bruce Campbell could still play old Elvis. There's nothing stopping him here. He's only
Yeah, in
growing
fact-
into the role.
Oh,
They
you
need
would,
less makeup for it now.
Yeah.
you would think because Bubba Hotep has really gained more and more of a fan base as the years have gone on.
I remember it having a big buzz when it came out.
That-
Like,
Well, what's Don
Yeah,
Coscarelli doing now?
At one
last thing he
point,
did
it
was
was going to
John
be
Dustin.
Ron. Yeah, it's been a while, but Ron Perlman was replacing him at one point, and Paul Giamatti was in it. But it just they never could get the sequel made. Yeah, I would have taken it with Perlman and Giamatti. I don't exactly see Perlman as Elvis, but
Ryan's kind of like a nasty looking human being, though.
he
It's
is.
just
but-
me. He's kind of a weird looking dude.
he looks like a
He's
cat. His eyes are too
he's-
close together.
He looks like a creature.
You know,
He's
Like, he
Hellboy.
would- like what was it? What was that? The show he was in where it was like Beauty and the Beast.
it was Beauty.
It
and the
was
Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Like that dude just looked like a lion.
I was gonna say,
While
let me
they
take a
hired
wild guess which one he was.
him. Go out on a limb here and say
I saw him at Texas Frightmare, and I walked near him and I looked at him. I just remember telling my wife, "That's a weird looking human."
dude, he's awesome in Sons of Anarchy, though. If you
Oh,
He
he's
is
talented
good.
as all
Yeah,
hell.
he's
Don't
good.
get me wrong. I like him a lot, but
Yeah.
But you're good in Sons of Anarchy, and he was a pretty good Hellboy.
Yeah.
So
He there was a short-lived show on Amazon that was pretty good. He did with Dana Delaney. He was like a corrupt judge that could see the future. All of a sudden, it was
What?
doesn't sound good, but it
A
was
corrupt judge who can see the future.
and has to save the world. That's what it was about.
wow, damn, that's
Not bad. Not bad. It got canceled, I think, before you would learn anything about what the hell was going on, though.
I'd watch it.
Oh, has anybody watched
It's
the
out
Quantum Leap reboot?
Is it out already?
Yeah, it's going.
if it ain't got Scott Bakula in it, it ain't Quantum Leap.
I was like, bring him back and just make him play the Ziggy part.
Oh,
Like, I'm in it. Love
As Dean Stockwell's hard to replace too, though.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
who
not
do
gonna
you get?
yeah, you're not going to replace Dean Stockwell.
That show had a terrible ending, though.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Like it just kind of ended, and then like he never made it home.
Never leave home.
The end.
Yeah.
What? Like it didn't even have.
Yeah, it was
like,
a cliffhanger too.
Yeah. Like, how do you do that? You know,
it ran for a good amount of time too. Like
it was on TV for years. Yeah.
Nobody was great in Police Academy 7.
Jeez.
What you got there? You got some Blu-rays?
Yeah, I was just pulling the shrink wrap off my
Earth Girls.
Earth Girls are easy.
Soul Silent Night.
I still can't believe that. How cheap that is.
Yep,
$11.99 on Amazon.
Yep, on Amazon. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. I've not dove into them yet, but you know, I'm glad they're there.
I watched the 5th one last night.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with it. Mickey Rooney is a weird looking dude.
Yeah,
he looks like a pickle. Like, I don't know how else to describe it.
I don't know how much you know about Mickey Rooney, but he dated like all of the hot Hollywood starlets back in the day.
Yeah, back in the when he was a young man, he was like a legit movie star.
He's so little.
Yeah.
I bet he went up on him, but that's what it was.
That's it. That was his secret.
Yeah.
It was mean too.
Hang on, let me grab the stool. He always just seemed like an angry old man. Like in everything I saw him in.
Well, you know, to go from advocating for the original Silent Night, Deadly Night to never be released, to years later being in the 5th one, there had to be a moment on that set where he went like, "What the hell happened?"
Yeah,
you know.
Well, this one doesn't have the killer Santa Claus.
Yeah.
It's just fucking Pinocchio.
Yep. He's like that
Joe
kid.
Pedophile.
He's like the kid. He's like the kid at the end of Kids who wakes up and he's like, "What the hell happened?"
Yeah.
If you really want to see a wild, it's a kids movie called Revenge of the Red Baron with Mickey Rooney and Tobey Maguire.
Oh.
Just watch it. I won't even tell you anything about it. It is insane. You can't even believe it exists.
I think I saw that back in the day. It's weird.
Very weird.
Not very good.
It is just, it's a WTF kind of movie. Just like, you can't believe they made it for kids. Check it out. It's really good.
Mickey, wow.
I don't know in that makeup.
I bet he had quite a resume. I'd like to know his full resume. I mean, I'm sure he had, you know, a lot of starlets and stuff. Even though he was like 5'2" and you know, a pickle, but
he was a pickle, pale pickle.
There's a who's dated who website that's sometimes kind of fun to go down. So yeah, some of the Hollywood beauties from back in the day. He's got a very long resume. Elizabeth Taylor, Lana Turner, Betty Grable, Marilyn Monroe.
Wow. Jeez. Did anybody
He
see
must
that?
He must be swinging a hammer there, right?
He must be.
That was Milton Berle.
Right. But to be that short.
Ava Gardner. Yeah.
Something was
Jiminy
going on.
Killikers.
Something was going on there for him to get that level of lady. But yeah, maybe he was swinging a hammer. I don't know.
Man, it's a shame he's dead because he could have played an amazing Cotton Hill in like a King of the Hill live action movie.
Yeah.
I killed Fitty Man.
Did anybody watch that that last Marilyn Monroe movie they did with I forget her name, but I saw Anna de Armas. I saw a clip of it where she was, I don't remember if it was John Kennedy or Robert Kennedy, but it was like a forceful fellatio scene, and it was pretty graphic. You didn't actually see.
NC-17, right? I mean, it's like not rated R. It was NC-17.
It was something like that, yeah. But like, I mean, like, you know, hand on the hair, you know, just
wow,
and like, whoa, okay, I didn't expect to see that.
I'm running for president.
Do this for your country.
It's a long movie. I haven't dived into it yet. I think it's like over 3 hours.
Yeah. I from my understanding, the Kennedy estate wasn't very happy with it.
I can imagine. Yeah.
They're not making it up though. I mean, you know,
they both, yeah. They both had her, you know. So
yeah, it's probably a pretty depressing movie. I don't see her as Marilyn Monroe, if I'm being honest.
No, not really.
She's Hispanic, so
well, she's a beautiful girl, but
sure,
yeah, I just don't see her. Yeah.
An odd choice of a movie to even make that, right? Like, why?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
She's popular. There's still like dudes
yeah.
and even young women that have Marilyn Monroe tattoos. So
sure.
Things got dark here all of a sudden. It's got dark. What are you what brand are you dipping there, Stingray?
This is Grizzly.
Okay, Grizzly. Okay. Long cut?
Long cut.
Okay.
Look at that pussy skull.
All right. I hear you.
How about that cocaine bear?
Skull. Hell yeah, cocaine bear in me.
I found out the actual
gorilla.
The actual cocaine bear, the stuffed cocaine bear, is in Lexington, Kentucky.
What?
Wow. I missed it.
Where at in Lexington?
Come on.
It is at a mall in downtown Lexington. I think it's called like the Kentucky Fun Mall or something goofy like that, or the Lexington Fun Mall.
Wow.
I went to a mall while I was there, man.
That's news we could have used a couple months ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cocaine bear. We were all right there.
We were all right there near the cocaine bear, and I'm like, holy crap! I was like, I've got it, Jeremy, and I've got to make a journey to see the cocaine bear.
Cocaine bear.
It is called the Fun Mall.
It is the Fun Mall. Yeah,
Fun Mall.
Is it? Never mind. Let's go to the fun one.
The Dwight Schrute's Fun Mall.
It ate $15 million worth of cocaine. $15 million worth of cocaine.
How did it live? God,
holy!
It didn't.
It ran for his life.
It had a good high. And then it all ended.
I'm hoping there's a whole animal gauntlet of cocaine movies.
I can't wait.
Can you imagine like Australia's gonna get
hit it, dude.
Dude,
cocaine
give me a
kangaroo,
killer chimpanzee movie.
Cocaine I want cocaine gorilla.
No, don't be throwing out cocaine anaconda movies. Somebody will steal it and make the damn thing.
Cocaine shark. Cocaine shark is gonna.
Cocaine shark.
Amityville cocaine.
Yeah.
Amityville cocaine.
Cocaine shark's easy.
Yeah.
You just have a drug plane crash, get in the water. Cocaine shark, right?
Cocaine armadillos.
Oh yeah.
But they're like Sonic. They can fucking power up, dude.
Oh yeah.
Critters movie.
Let me ask Big Crack Rock, exactly how much cocaine is $15 million worth of cocaine? Because I think Big Crack Rock would know.
Also, what year was it?
Are we talking wholesale?
And this appeared to be uncut. This was like the pure brick, uncut.
I bet that
gems.
Coke.
I would love to know what was going on inside that bear's head. Because he has no idea what's going on. He doesn't know he just did $15 million in cocaine.
I feel good.
He's just like, fuck. Gotta go.
Well, he'd take it, and then he kept coming back to those like broken suitcases, and he kept eating, and he could, just kept eating, and he died right there by it.
Look at this shit.
All this torn up cocaine around it.
They need to make
died. He just died right there.
Yeah, because he just kept eating the cocaine.
He died. His heart gave
Yeah,
up.
there was nothing like it was nothing like I'm sure what the film will be now.
There will definitely not be like a heroin animal movie, because the heroin animal movie would just be like, yeah. It'd be nodding off, you know.
What would happen if you ate the bear? Like you just cooked it? I wonder. Does that kill it or?
I would have ramped up that trailer even more. I'm like when there's that huge shot of the bear running down the highway and it jumps in the ambulance. I would have been like, based on a true story, scenes depicted from eyewitness testimony, and then show the bear launching into the ambulance. I can't wait for Cocaine Bear. I think it's gonna be the smash hit of the year.
I can't believe that's Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah, I know. Shocked. It's Elizabeth.
Good
Banks.
for her.
Wow.
It's go time. We're about to. There's a new era coming.
I think the box office is going to surprise people on that. I could be wrong, but
Well, I mean, think about it. It's like when I go to work in a few days, I'm going to say, "Hey guys, are y'all ready for Cocaine Bear?" I guarantee you. Wait, what? Like,
Yes.
people are like, what are you talking about? Cocaine Bear.
It's the perfect title.
I think it's
so much.
You know what's so funny? When I got home from work, I was like, Sydney, I just saw the trailer for the greatest movie ever. She goes, what? I said, Cocaine Bear. She says, what's that about?
It's got a bear on cocaine. It says
Like, are you
so
kidding?
much.
I was like, are you kidding me? She's like, oh, I'm thinking it's like some A24 art house title. It has nothing to do with that.
It's like barbarian. It doesn't mean a fucking thing.
I was like, no, it's Cocaine Bear.
That movie sold itself just on the. You didn't need a treatment. You didn't need a plot synopsis. Somebody just went Cocaine Bear, and they went.
That's the most Canon Pictures thing I've ever heard.
Canon would have put $100 million behind that.
That's
movie,
what I'm saying, though.
I mean?
The thing is, like, that's awesome. That could go one of two ways. It goes like, oh my god, there's a fucking amazing movie called Cocaine Bear coming out. But the same,
it
token,
feels
I
like
could
the
see,
best.
like walking into Walmart and seeing a DVD that just came out for like $9.99 called Cocaine Bear at the same time.
I'm buying that too.
Oh yeah, I think this is the movie that we all need. This is the perfect time for a movie called Cocaine Bear. You know, people. You know, we're. You know. I think it's going to be a hit. I do.
It's time,
dude.
But I mean, could you imagine the canon version of that? Like you've got Bronson and Chuck Norris trying to bring down the Cocaine Bear. It's directed
Michael
by
Dudikoff. You got to throw Dudikoff in there.
Throw Dudikoff in there. Directed by Albert
Michael-
Pian.
Michael Weiner film.
Or Michael, yeah, of course.
They would have just got a real bear and just let it loose on the.
They would have. They really would have. Yeah, yeah. It would have been like $100 million movie.
A real bear surrounded by powdered sugar.
Yeah,
exactly.
They probably would have gone through multiple bears because the bears would have just died. You know, they eat so much of that powdered sugar, they just died.
No
bears.
Diabetes bear. That's a different kind of movie.
Could you imagine, like, you know, they're interviewing Bronson on the set? No, this gun's real. If that damn bear gets anywhere near me, I'm blowing its fucking head off. You know.
And then could you imagine the crossover, like with Electric Boogaloo, like the Boogaloo Bear? He's
exactly.
The bear killed his entire family.
Going to dance off
for a
with Papa
bit.
Taco.
Death Wish Bear Country.
Oh, God, yeah. Hell yeah.
Bear
Raped my family.
That bear killed
Got
my
this
wife.
bear on you.
Dude, quit marrying women, okay? They keep getting murdered. It's fine. I
I
don't
know,
need to
yeah.
get close to anybody.
Yeah.
Ben Grimm said
Bear
Cocaine
killed
Bear,
his maid.
Cocaine Bear unites the nation.
Yeah, this is
That's
what
it.
does it.
We're
That's what
coming.
does it.
We're all gonna hold hands and just praise the Cocaine Bear.
It brings both the political parties together. We just all, you know, gather
knew?
and embrace.
I can't wait for the
Cocaine
Trick or
Dude,
Treat
that's what we're doing.
Studios mask.
Bear. Oh my God!
You
Yeah,
heard it here first.
yeah.
It's
The
just
bear
a bear
head
with
just-
a white nose.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
You know, they could make a really interesting gay porn parody to this movie.
They could. They really could.
Title's already there. You're welcome, porn industry. That's
I'm
free.
available.
That was free.
When I was talking about Cocaine Bear in a stream recently, and somebody in the chat said, "I've met a few cocaine bears," and I knew exactly what they were talking about.
That's a
They
different
knew what
movie.
they wanted.
Yeah.
And they were ready to go.
A little bit more butt sex in that one.
Yeah,
A little bit more.
slightly more than what you're going to see in this
above average butt sex, I would say.
Here's the poster.
It's very butt sex forward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
Elizabeth
you
Olsen's
go.
a little. She's a little iffy on the butt stuff. So
I do want to see Meth Mutt, Billy. That would. Your Asylum's
Killer
gotta have
dog
something
movie.
in the works.
Since like Rottweiler.
Asylum's probably got a whole series in the works already. You know what I mean? You've got methadone, monkey. You've got like fentanyl ferret. You've got
Fentanyl ferret. I have to
Fentanyl
see.
ferret.
yeah. Oh my god.
I could see a giant ferret movie. I could see that. Like there has to be some sort of deformity to get this ferret to at least 8 feet long.
Yeah.
And
crystal
then give him fentanyl.
crystal meth cat, or I don't know, just
The crystal meth mallards.
there you go. Yeah.
This really pissed off ducks.
Really pissed off ducks.
yeah.
Hey,
Brian, I know there's a. Oh, sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just gonna say and this is a true story. My dad and my uncle used to wrestle bears.
Oh wow.
A bear. And that bear, Jonathan and Piz, you might have heard of it. It's the bear that drinks like Coca-Cola. It was like famous as shit back in the day.
Yeah, there are parks where you could give a soda to a bear.
And they wrestled that bear like all the time.
Wow.
They would wrestle, they would naturally like lose to it. And then
They muzzled it though, right?
Did
they muzzle? Oh wow.
So. But I don't think it had
hell no. I'll muzzle a bear. Come on.
I don't think it had teeth or
Wrestle it,
claws.
Oh, I was gonna say
they would
because
basically
they don't need their mouth to kill you.
They would basically go out there, get squashed, and then the guy would bring the bear a soda and it would turn it up. That was like the show.
Wow. Damn.
Heroin hog.
Oh, dude. Those fucking wild hogs are scary, dude. Some dude in Ohio was giving his monkey meth.
Oh, man.
Why the fuck would you give meth to a monkey?
That is not smart.
That feels like a Florida
Hey,
man.
Curious George.
Dude, monkeys are so scary.
The heroin hog.
Oh yeah.
He's real curious now.
The heroin hog feels no pain.
I love that Nope explored the dangers of chimpanzees on set.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of.
I want to see that as a standalone movie.
Yeah, where a chimp just loses it. Yeah. Make the one about
How
the cat
unsafe
chimp.
was? Yeah. How unsafe was old time Hollywood? Because you'd see like just like shit that would never just be on set like that. Because those chimps weren't trained at all back then.
Yeah. What was that Eastwood movie where he had like a orangutan or something with him?
Any which way but loose.
Yeah.
I made a sequel.
What a weird like could you imagine Clint Eastwood going like, I'm Clint freaking Eastwood and I'm in a scene with an orangutan,
There was a period of time where just adding a monkey to like normal everyday life was a whole movie.
Monkey Trouble.
Monkey
Trouble. With Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
He must have needed money for that one.
You just put a monkey.
That was like right
in a
after
regular
Bad
movie.
Lieutenant.
Ta-da.
Yeah. Or maybe Harvey's agent was like, so you went pretty dark with Bad Lieutenant. We need to make you family friendly, Harvey. Okay.
There's a lot of dong in
Monkey
Bad
Trouble.
Lieutenant, Harvey.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Monkey
bring the
Trouble.
dong back to 0 dong per movie. Did not respond well with audiences. They were just confused mostly.
Yeah. Do I get to show my dong in this one? It's a kid's film, Harvey. Ah, damn it. Do I shoot up heroin at least? What the hell? Do you know who I am?
I'm really working on my dick for this one.
I've been manscaping every day.
Who's a tough guy?
He stars in that new National Treasure show. It's not Nick Cage. I heard it's Harvey Keitel.
No, he's in the movies, so
Yeah. He's like the star. He's got to be like 80 now. He's getting
You'd think
close.
so.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, what is that Mike Tyson show or whatever that just came out that he's in? He looks really old in that.
Yeah,
because he is really old. But you know
he
what
is.
I mean.
Yeah,
He is really old.
He's not been old my whole life, so it's weird.
Bad Lieutenant is such a good movie too. Such a good movie. Such a good movie.
It's always 83. Yeah, he is.
That is
what about the Nick Cage sequel.
It's not bad. It's really not bad at all.
Yeah.
And Fairuza Balk's in that one too, isn't she?
Fairuza Balk is in that one. Yeah.
I do need to watch it.
Yep. She plays a
Port of Call, New Orleans.
Port of Call. Yep. Yep. She's actually pretty sexy in that one too. Yeah, her and Nicolas Cage have some stuff going on the side.
Wow.
So.
Way to go, Nick
He's
Cage.
got Eva Mendes in the chamber there, so go Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Eva Mendes may have been like the most stunningly beautiful human being I'd ever seen up to that point.
Yep.
Like she was hard to look directly at. Kind of burnt a little bit. Like, ooh.
Still is really attractive.
What's that movie with Wahlberg and Will Ferrell? She was
she
was probably at her hottest in that movie.
Yeah, when Will Ferrell keeps talking about like what a dog she is. Like, I know she's not that attractive, but
She still is, Cliff. God damn it.
And Mark Wahlberg is like, sure, this is like a practical joke on him. Like, is this a joke?
yeah. I love that like that just keeps running. He tries to like kiss her at one point in front of him.
Gator needs his gat.
Gator got his gat back. You haven't done a death spot? Oh, you got to do a death spot.
Death spot.
He gives him a wooden gun. Forgot Michael Keaton's in that shit too, and he's hilarious. He's working at Bed Bath and Beyond.
He keeps quoting fucking TLC.
TLC,
don't go chasing waterfalls. Are you doing this on purpose?
Listen, I don't want no scrubs. Okay,
it's a good movie, man.
That is. I need to watch that shit again. Why can't we get that kind of comedy anymore? I don't think that shit was offensive. I think that was okay. I'm sure it offended
a
somebody.
lot of funny movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to find this video of
Yeah, I gotta
that bear you guys were talking about. I know Dolly Parton told a story. That same bear, like someone gave that bear gasoline. Like they poured gasoline in a Coke bottle.
Oh wow.
And gave that bear gasoline, and he drank the gas and he just went crazy and died, of course.
Wow.
So
Damn,
that's terrible, dude. What kind of a dickhead?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? God.
People are fucked up.
The only time I want to kill a bear is if a bear is actively trying to eat me. Then we have a problem. But I'll do that to anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Person tries to eat me, we're gonna have problems.
That bear wants to eat you, whether or not you give him a Coca-Cola or not, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if they want to eat you so much as like I don't know. Like they were kicking your ass.
Remember
anyway, and you are made of meat, so they will eat you.
Remember that Grizzly Man doc? One of the best docs ever.
I was just about to go there. Yeah. I was just about to go there.
What an idiot, though. What a fucking idiot.
Great doc. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
I never finished it, but I remember I got to the part where like he had like the foxes, like he formed like a bond with the foxes, and that shit was like kind of touching. Yeah.
That's a sad doc.
He was
too comfortable around those bears.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he was early on too.
He was damn lucky he lasted as long as he did. Damn lucky. And he just he kept luck ran out.
Evidently it wasn't even his fault. It was the idea that he had brought his girlfriend up there that one time, and that kind of threw everything off.
He smelled that that stuff.
Apparently the audio existed of him getting killed, which is
Yeah.
apparently pretty horrible. It never leaked.
The worst part of that whole doc to me is the helicopter driver, operator or whatever.
Yeah,
was telling about his story of when he was going to pick them up. He just could see the huge, spoiler if you guys haven't seen it, but it's real, true story. Just the huge blood spots on the ground, just a huge, like you could see it from the air. The huge blood splatter.
Well, I think either he said that when he got there, or when he got there with the police, the bear was still eating one of them, like it was eating part of them. And
I
can't blame the bear though, because that's what
the bear was being a bear, and the bear
was being a bear.
Like,
well, they said the bear was really old, and it wasn't able to hunt like they normally do, and so here's these slow humans,
and it had been a bear most of its life. So
yeah. I mean, it's a hungry grizzly bear. There's two meat sickles right there in front of me. I'm gonna eat you.
Right to bear arms.
Yeah. So
bear arms.
And Werner Herzog directed that.
Werner Herzog.
Yeah, Werner Herzog. And there's that scene where he plays the audio for that woman who was a friend of Timothy Treadwell. That's the guy's name.
Treadwell.
Yeah. And she's just like, or no, she's playing it for Werner Herzog. Werner Herzog's listening to it, and he's just like, he takes the headphones off.
No one needs to ever hear this.
Yeah, he takes headphones. He's like,
contents of this
you have to destroy this. You have to destroy this. Don't let anyone.
Well, she didn't destroy it well enough, I guess. Billy's saying it leaked. I've never actually.
There's
heard
a fake.
There's a fake one. Yeah,
there's a fake one.
Really?
Out there. It's been floating around since like early internet.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay, I was gonna say I didn't.
It's like in that one, you just hear like grunting and like somebody screaming. That's it.
Yeah. I think maybe you can hear it at some point too, like what might sound like the bear being hit with like a frying pan or something. Yeah. But it's not real.
The problem with bears is they hold you down and just eat you. It's not quick. Like a tiger will rip out your throat, but a bear will more or less just hold you down and eat you.
So, okay, here you go. Well, I don't want to stretch it on too long, but what is the worst way to go animal style, right? Like, what's your biggest fear? Like, it doesn't matter if you're around that situation ever. What's the worst way to go by animal?
Bears apparently up there pretty high. This has been debated on docs and different things because, again, you might get lucky. Maybe it'll hit an artery or something, but they grab you and they just fucking eat you. A tiger will rip your throat out.
Well, wouldn't like
you before it eats you?
Wouldn't like a baboon or something beating the fuck out of you be worse?
I'd say some sort of ape.
Well, you'd be unconscious.
They'd probably rip you apart.
They
rip your arms off.
Chimps will go for, like, if you're a man, they go for your dick first.
They go for your testicles.
They go straight. They're going to rip those off. Then they're going to start ripping hands off.
Your face.
Your face. Anything loose that they can get a hold of, they're going to start pulling off. That's another thing. That woman that got mauled by that ape and her face got taken off, they didn't show you is that ape ripped her arm off about right here in the middle of her forearm.
What did
she was alive and conscious for all of that.
And that was an old chimpanzee that the owner was giving like Valium or Xanax to.
She'd been pilling this thing, dude.
Yeah.
He was drugged.
Didn't work.
Well, she didn't give him his medicine that day or something.
Something
he was
like
all
that. Yeah.
stressed out, and her friend came over and he fucked her up.
All I know is Harambe was shot in cold blood.
He was. Harambe was protecting that boy.
And you wonder why this bear's on cocaine.
That's the Paradise King.
What would be another awful way to go is like a crocodile or a big alligator. They get you in like the death roll, and they're just
like that kid at Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
But they just drown you, though. That's all that is.
If you hope you drown first, because they'll do that death roll and just break every bone in your body in like a death roll. And what they'll tear you in half and hide half of you, eat part of you, hide part of you and then come back and eat the rest of you later.
Do people actually get killed by piranha, Ben Grimm? Like that doesn't seem like a reliable threat to people. Like I feel like you have to be in a specific spot.
I mean, if you were though,
but if you were, even if you were,
and you were kind of stranded out there, and you just kind of like bled out, that would
I think that's kind of a myth.
But I don't know if it works like that.
Drop
like,
it in the water and you're just bones when they pull it out.
I don't think it works like that.
It's kind of
you'd have time to get away. You'd get messed up.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. But I could be wrong.
This piranha don't get very big. Their whole thing is strength in numbers, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, a shark attack would be awful, but I think the shark attack would be quick because, like, the shark would hit you. If it's like a big great white, they'd come up from underneath you and hit you. I mean, you probably would, you'd be knocked out or totally. Every bone would be broken by the time they started to eat you.
I think shark attack is so terrifying because, like, that is the one spot on the planet that you're fucked. Like,
right.
Like, you're barely like you're just like, whoa. But you can't do anything.
Can't do nothing.
You're in their element. You're totally in their element.
Yeah. Like, you're completely screwed, man. You can't even move at like an eighth of the speed that they can.
It's like a tuna.
A full-grown tuna? You're taking that?
You know what's really
in my territory? You're in my world.
Now we're hunting.
We had
developed an apparatus. Sorry.
We had a guy on our show when that Tiger King thing came out, and we were just like, man, like there can't be too many people that keep these exotic pets. And he's like, oh yeah, right down the street from me, this guy's got a tiger. And he showed us pictures. The dude did, in fact, have a tiger, and like I think it's North Carolina he lives. There's more of it than you would think.
Weird white people do that.
Yeah,
that's a weird white person thing.
I feel I'm calling somebody on that. I'm like, I love animals, but I don't want a freaking tiger.
Some statistics, it's like way more big cats are in captivity than actually live in the wild now.
Yeah. I didn't realize he's like, yeah, I know multiple people just in his small area of North Carolina of people that have like frickin' tigers.
I remember there was a place not far from my house where I grew up where these people had ostriches, and I thought that was fucking wild.
That was big. Ostrich burgers were supposed to be the next big thing. I remember that.
Didn't Tyson buy a tiger back in the day when he was?
He did actually have a tiger. Yeah,
swam with it. Yeah,
my tiger.
Even the tiger was afraid to mess with Tyson.
Tyson bites its ear off.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, I'm gonna bounce, but it's been fun.
We'll see you, Chris.
Hey, see you, brother.
Yeah, take care, Chris. Have a good one, buddy. I think I'm gonna bounce out of here too. But yeah, this has been fun. Thanks for the invite, and
thank you, Piz.
Yeah, it's good seeing you guys.
Good seeing you too.
Right on. All right.
Yeah.
You guys have a good one.
You too, Piz.
Later.
See you, dude.
All right, take it easy.
See you, buddy.
I can't wait for cocaine.
Well, just continue this tradition. I'm going to step off to.
Oh, okay. Well, cool.
Step off to?
Well, I got a few minutes.
You know what would hurt? Think about if you were like swimming in like some kind of like lake or something, and like a big 100-year-old, 250-pound snapping turtle just bit you.
Ooh.
It cut out.
Right off.
Imagine he said "nard."
You're not gonna
bit your dick right off.
Oh, I thought, yeah,
like wiener.
I think Christian and I probably have bad internet tonight because there's bad weather in Georgia.
It just grabs the tip and tries to sink with it.
Oh.
Now it's like
huge too.
Now it's like a bobber.
They are. I don't think a big snapping turtle could kill you, but it'd take a piece out of you, I'm sure.
Steve will let that one bite his ass. It didn't take a chunk out of him.
That shit like it would hurt, man.
He's lucky.
Snapping turtle is.
They could snap a fucking broomstick in half, man.
Yeah,
like, no problem. Like,
yeah,
no problem.
That's all I ever see around
here.
Snapping turtles. I wish we had like friendly turtles that like you saw them, you could pick them up. Be like, hey kid, isn't that cool? No, these are like, don't fucking touch that thing.
We have a ton. Like my local hiking trail there's a bunch. I don't think any of them are snapping turtles, but there's no such thing as a friendly turtle. I don't think.
Oh, there is.
Dan's got it out for turtles, man.
Painted turtles. We got soft shell turtles.
Is it like soft shell crab?
Yeah.
Snapping turtle.
Not a snapping turtle. Box turtles, I think, are pretty.
They are nice.
Cool.
The snapping ones are the big ones, right? So,
well
the alligator, the alligator snappers are the.
What about that dude that swims with a polar bear?
Sorry. Huge.
Oh, that's dumb.
I wouldn't mess with a polar bear.
That's so dumb.
I wouldn't mess with any of these things, dude. See, I don't think snakes.
It just takes that.
I think that's embellished, right? Like pretty heavily.
Oh, they could.
They could.
I mean, a grown man, sure.
I swallow my fat ass. I can tell you that right now. He might try. He might get a leg or something, like a 2-piece and a biscuit. But
yeah,
he ain't gonna get the whole Johnny.
Sure as hell crush and kill you though.
Oh yeah, probably.
And try.
Nice try, buddy.
But you'd be surprised at what some of those big.
They always wanted to see, like, those
pythons
they always say like the
Constrictors.
biggest snake ever was that Titanoboa. What would that fucker be like if you ran across that thing?
Look at the Everglades. There's some funky ass snakes out there now.
They got them all, man. They got anacondas. They got all the big ass pythons out there now.
Yeah,
that video of
released
that
a bunch of pets, and they've now populated.
It's a terrible thing there. That like dinosaur looking croc that just walked along the golf course. I would have been crying like a little fucking girl. My God.
Damn, Billy. That sucks.
Yeah.
Nothing here though.
Wow.
It's just been raining. It's been
raining, yeah.
Like nonstop the last month. It's just been rain.
I wouldn't mind some snow for Christmas.
We won't get it for Christmas for sure.
No. Get enough of that shit eventually.
I don't have that anymore, Ben. I wish I did.
That shit was disgusting.
Yeah.
Glad you don't have
Christian
it.
hated it, so I won't play that. If I had it, I wouldn't play it.
You can play it. I'm just gonna gag.
You're
Do
just
it
gonna
though.
No, I don't have it. We don't even need the video.
So fucking nasty.
Ming Ming Mao.
And you know somebody's jerking off to that too, is what's so weird.
She was eating a snapping turtle.
Oh man. I've eaten some weird shit, but I don't know. Never that. I've had gator bites though. Those are awesome.
It sucks, man.
It hasn't been like overly cold. We've just had rain like every other day at least.
Yeah. We've had rain the past like 2 days here.
I've had to drive like that in snowstorms, Billy. We have a middle one of those too to make sure you're not crossing like.
Yeah.
Because if you were to go to the right, if you're driving, you end up in a ditch and you're not getting out where I'm at.
Yeah. Well, you're used to it though. Like I've never truly driven in snow.
It's still white knuckle. I mean, I used to when I worked at a casino. It was half an hour drive in good weather. So
yeah,
it's 1 a.m. and I'm driving home in a snowstorm. It's like Star Wars, and you're white knuckle.
Yep.
You can't see the road. The plows aren't even out there yet. It's horrible.
The
Dark.
thing I hate is
I can't do
these
that.
big jacked up trucks come flying past you, and you're like, dumbass.
How is
you
that
can't
dumbass
stop.
not spinning out yet?
You can't stop.
You can't.
Like, you can
might
move
be able to
just
grip
fine.
through it, but you
Yeah.
can't stop.
The stopping part is what we're all trying to achieve here, dude.
Hey guys, check this out.
That doesn't.
This is for you, Dan.
He legit fucked himself up, dude.
Those are deep cuts, man.
Oh,
It looked like razor blades or
That's what I was
gusset
thinking.
plates. Like basically, like carpet stripping is a popular one right now.
God, that is
It
terrible.
said razor board, whatever that is. So.
Well, he fucked himself up pretty good.
I would imagine yeah. So there's going to be February XPW. I can promise there's going to be more blood than that. So that guy's a pussy.
Well, cool. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'll go ahead and wrap this thing up so we can get it going. And we didn't really have a winner tonight. I kind of wrapped it up because we were.
Dude, frog legs are fucking baller.
Great discussion.
Yeah, it's just like chicken. Yeah.
I love frog legs, man.
True, Jay.
But Dan won the first game 4-3 over Chris.
Okay.
And then John
I don't know
won the second
how.
game by 2.
There we go.
So anyway, fun time, guys. We'll try to do this again sometime in the future. And thanks for joining us. And you guys have anything you want to plug? Been fairly tame tonight, so I think it's kind of a good time to plug stuff.
Just my butt. Just my butt.
Cable Channel 11. We just did Christmas Carol. I don't know if we need to do that. That's kind of scary.
Okay.
We just did a Christmas Carol with a full cast of the community. Everyone here has a part in it. Go see it all if you haven't. You'll be surprised.
It's got a lot of Tony buzz going on now.
I think it's already past the Halloween special, which was Scarefest. So I'm surprised at those numbers already.
Nice.
Be on the lookout during award season.
Be on the look. It's brilliant. The cast did great.
I'm gonna slap somebody.
Cable Channel 11.
Get some buzz.
You guys have another horror rumble coming up?
Oh yeah, thank you, Jay. There is one, possibly Sunday, but I'll at least give it away. It's the Prophecy franchise is what we're supposed to be doing this month.
We need to do a Wishmaster one, Jeff.
Well, that's a good one too.
Nice.
That's a good one. That could be down the road, yeah.
Wishmaster.
Cool.
Let me write that down. That's what we got. Cable Channel 11. Check it out.
Right.
Cool, man.
For us, Flesh Wound Features, we had 3 shows today. So check them out. We reviewed that Yule Log movie. Lots of new Christmas horror movies. We've done an insane amount. Yes. Also, and I'm not exaggerating, at the end of February, we're all going to be together in Pomona, California, specifically. And it's going to be some big things happening with XPW, so you won't want to miss that.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank everybody for watching. Thank all you guys in the chat. And we'll see you next time.
Cheers, mate.
Watching. See ya.